Good morning, jewellery makers. Hi, how are you? I hope you've had a lovely week so far. Let's round that week off, shall we? Jewellery Maker style. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but anyway. Why not? You know, it's Friday morning. It's the morning show. I'm joined by the gorgeous Jan. How are you, honey?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Elle.
Long time no see. Well, it's not so long, actually.
It hasn't been long, because we did a late show.
When was and we were interacting the other day, weren't we? You were sending some messages in.
Yes, I was, yeah.
Are you excited about today?
It's great. Kits are beautiful.
Kits are amazing, aren't they?
Great.
Really beautiful. And we've got, of course, pearls included in today's shows. We've got some stunning opportunities of pearls.
Lots of sterling silver.
Lots of sterling silver. And yeah, I need to give that a little bit of a heads up because Jan, you've got together a Jan named bundle. In actual fact, did you know this?
I didn't. No.
Yes. It's all due to you that we have been able to establish a bundle for you this morning, which is on the back of one of the kits, which includes 4 different sterling silver findings packs.
It's amazing.
When have you ever seen that before?
Amazing. It is amazing.
It is incredible. Yeah. There's so much in there. It's coming up at 11 o'clock. We've got beautiful, beautiful star-buy opportunities. I've got an incredible magnesite, which is just moments away. I've got a multicoloured pyrite strand, which is just going to absolutely knock your socks off. In fact, should we get the show underway? Because there's so much to bring you. There's so much to squeeze in the next 4 hours. So let's start with your early bird. I keep wanting to say ultra early bird because it is, isn't it? We have to get up that little bit earlier, which is always a privilege and pleasure. I'm like a spring chicken in the mornings. I get out of bed quite easily, especially if I get to spend an extra hour with you guys. Let's get interactive. Do send some messages into the studio. If there's, you know, just any messages for Jan, any questions for Jan, if you've got any messages for Kimbo, of course, she's in the gallery, or of course our gorgeous Claire. Oh, Wes, we haven't heard from you in a while. Wes, I hear you're very popular with our jewellery makers. He says. Oh. You've got a lot of fans. A lot of female fans. Oh, well, maybe we need to be treating the ladies to a Wes appearance. Wes appearance? There he is. Yeah, we can't quite see you there, Wes. So at some point throughout the course of the morning, I think we need to bring you round here. Perhaps you can do an auction.
No.
What auction Wes?
Oh, should we auction Wes?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, that would be good. Should we do it for charity? You up for that, Wes?
I don't think my girlfriend will like that.
You don't think your girlfriend will like it? Well, not even in the, you know, for charity?
No.
Come on, sporting. Sporting and all that. Anyway, yes, we'll work on that one. We'll work on that one. Okay, we're starting in with a brand new strand of amberlony, and this wonderful gemstone brings you all of the iridescence that you could expect with an amalite gemstone. Amalite is an organic gemstone, which is meaning that it comes from a living organism, and I think that wonderful beauty is absolutely apparent and obvious when you look at this gorgeous gemstone. Mother of pearl, iridescent, swathes of colours, primary colours coming through. You'll see visions of blues, of greens, of yellows, of purples. I mean, to me, whenever I look at your abalone, I look at this gemstone and I see tanzanite blues, I see emerald greens, I see paraiba flashes, you know, the neon that comes from a paraiba tourmaline because it's copper bearing. Well, you get that with this wonderful gemstone, or similarities too, certainly. And of course, perfect pendant opportunities. This gemstone is so incredibly unique, and of course obvious that it is one of Mother Nature's incredible treasures. I mean, look at those flashes of colours. Do you see those reds coming through? And I know I've mentioned an amalite gemstone, or ammonite as the gemstone is. They talk about chromatic shifts with ammonite and how those colours migrate and swirl around the wonderful gemstone. Exact same appearances that you'll get with your abalone. Look how the colours don't remain stagnant. It's almost like our very planet, and as if we're positioned on the moon looking down at planet Earth, and you can see the oceans and you can see the land masses, can't you? And almost moving around. You can see it orbiting almost. I adore this gemstone on so many levels. I think it is well, it's entirely unique, isn't it? There's nothing quite like it out there. And of course this gemstone is what we call an organic gem, so one of the few organic gemstones out there. So if you adore your pearls, you love your amber, you love your ammonite, then this is a gemstone which is absolutely needing to be included into your stash. It's a brand new strand, and these are some of the most sizable abalones that I have seen in a very long time. In actual fact, can you see how reflective they are? I'm actually tilting my hand away from camera 1. Sorry, camera 2, because otherwise it's almost blinding the vision. Can you see that? How it almost is so bright and iridescent that it's actually deferring you away from what you can actually see. So that is the quality of the smoothness of the surface. That is how lustrous the surface actually is. Let's bring your early bird deal in. It's a big long strand. There's an awful lot on here, and they're all 25 by 18 millimeters in size. So it's going to go an awful long way within your stash. Perfect with your black spinel, I'm thinking. Really bring out that decadence of colour. At £19.95, you're getting multiple pendants or big statement cocktail rings or perfect earrings, because abalone actually has got a sort of a lightweight characteristic, which means it's very wearable, very durable also, but very wearable, and certainly has that comfort factor. And I'm all about the comfort factor, especially in these coming months. It's all about being snugly and warm and being able to enjoy your pieces of jewellery. Now, £19.95 was originally our target price. However, we've got quantity. Kim says, let's start the morning as we mean to go on. Let's bring our Jewellery Makers incredible Friday morning deals. And that we certainly have done. Look how intricate they all are. Look how individual they all are. Can you see those connections and why I'm reminiscent, if you like, of our planet, the flashes of blues and greens? You've almost got rivers, haven't you? Rivers of colour running through the centre of the gemstone. If you just look at which one, is it this one here? I'm just picking one. I could pick any. But look how you've almost got sort of the Amazon River almost running through the centre. And under close magnification, you're also picking out the pinks and purples. We'll leave that with you. We will be recapping throughout the course of the show, but grab it whilst you can, everybody. The early bird means that it's always very popular. We reward those of you that get up with us nice and early. Okay, let's move on. Moving on to... Oh, are we doing that now? I thought this was coming up later on in the show. Jan, you love this, don't you? I can see your eyes. I'm following Jan's eyes to this strand.
Beautiful.
I've not seen a multicoloured one before.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at the sparkle on it.
It really is. Do you know what this reminds me of? Pink sapphire, peridot, amazing canary sapphire. You've got beautiful salon blues, all in one strand.
Stunning.
It is stunning. Now this, we have a mega quantity. What does that mean to you? Why is that relevant? Why is Elle telling you that first thing in the morning? Well, because usually the bigger the quantity, the lower the price. The first time appearance, the introductory appearance, will bring you at an introductory price. Is that going to be the case, Kim? Yes, she says. Absolutely, no if buts or maybes, Elle. I'm showing this to you on the bust first of all because it could quite simply be restranded, couldn't it? Easily be restranded. I'd thoroughly enjoy wearing a piece like this. It's got all those beautiful colours. Have you got peridot within your stash? Have you got pink sapphire within your stash? Have you got salon sapphire within your stash? Or maybe canary diamonds or canary sapphires? If you're saying yes to any of the above, well, my goodness, this is going to match beautifully. If you haven't, well, here's a great opportunity for you to get those very rare and distinct, desirable colours at the most affordable price, and still it being some of the highest quality genuine gemstones. They are beautifully faceted rondelles, but I want to say they're more of a spherical rondelle. Can you see that? They're not quite so squashed together. They're not quite that oval shape where they sit sort of next to one another. They are more the sort of round shape. Can you see that? all the way throughout the entirety of the strand. It's not just that classic rondelle shape. They are beautifully round and of course faceted to show off pyrite's amazing luster. Taking all of those gorgeous colours, and it is lengthy, it is long, so you could easily restrand it and keep it like so. I would certainly love to see a necklace commissioned with like this, and then maybe some matching earrings. How gorgeous would that be, with a simple black dress on a night out. Party season not too far away. This is a perfect strand for you to be getting, well, commissioning yourself a beautiful suite, isn't it? Already, can I just say, everyone that's bought has multi-bought. On the web, all choosing to multi-buy. Now, what do they know that perhaps you don't? Well, they know that the price is low. The graphics are on your screen, so our web bidders are ahead of the game already. Telephone shoppers, please be on those phone lines and be poised and ready to pounce. Press your option 1. Not to worry, I have got a big quantity, so it's not going to sell out instantaneously. However, we will be bringing that price onto your screen shortly, given the fact that it is your multicoloured coated pyrite. I haven't seen a strand of multicoloured coated pyrite. I've seen pyrite and I've seen coated pyrite, but not seen it with the opportunity of getting such an array of colours. You could separate them, you could commission it like so, team it with other gemstones. I'd love to see the green pyrite alongside your peridot. I'd love to see the blue maybe alongside your sapphires or your tanzanite. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? You could take the gold out and use it with your spinel if you've been lucky enough to get hold of the of your spinel. I mean, it's just fabulous iridescence coming through, gorgeous luster and abundance of colour. Let's bring that price tag in for you, Jewellery Maker. $6.95. There we go. That's what we were referring to. That's why so many of you have chosen to multi-buy. Claire in Lanarkshire on the phone lines. Aren't you glad you dialed in when you did? Aren't you glad you were there at the front of the queue? Hello to you, Manchester. Hello to you, Sue. Hello to you, Jean. Hello to you, Wendy. Hello to you, Belinda and Sylvia. Hello to you, Aberdeenshire, Viv and Julia and Lisa. Keep on dialing through. There's opportunities. I mean, opportunities for every single one of you. Well, I say that we had 300. We've got more than 300 jewellery makers watching right now at this present moment in time. We know that for absolute certainty, and I can pretty much guarantee, I'm going to stick my neck out now and just say at least, I'd say the majority of you are all wanting to get involved. How often do you see multicoloured pyrite? You don't, do you, Jan? You don't see it?
And it's sorry, I was going to say it's a great strand as well. If you make lots of earrings,
yeah,
rather than buying lots of different strands, you've got all the different colours on one
precisely
strand, haven't you?
Exactly, it's going to cover so many different angles, isn't it? I mean, it's one of those that you could easily keep like so, because they are complementary of one another. It's that very classic colour pop, yeah, but they're also not so brash. The colours aren't so brash that it's scary.
It's really soft. They are quite soft, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know, sometimes, and I'm guilty of this as well, I can be a little bit frightened of colour. I was out shopping the other day and I was sort of looking at the pieces I'd picked up to try on. I'm just talking clothing now. And I was like, Eleanor, why are you picking up black and white all the time? I have to remind myself not to be so boring. So when it comes to your colour, I mean, this is so... It's got a softness to it. You're right to say that word, Jan. So it's going to be complementary of all different skin tones. It's not going to be so vivacious, if you like, that it's going to be almost... I can't think of the word, but you know what I'm referring to, don't you?
Because it's quite strong as a gemstone. Pyrite, for me, is quite a strong gemstone. I don't know why that is, but you just get the feeling it's a strong gemstone.
Yes, yeah, it has.
But the colours are just really sort of soft and quite pastel as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it is.
Against your jumper as well, that blue jumper, the cardigan.
Yes.
They just look beautiful.
Do you know what I'd love to see the blue with, next to some aquamarine or some beryl, to really enhance the colours? Because you could easily use, if you've got some gemstones at home which need a bit of encouragement to bring out their natural colour, then use your blues maybe to bring out your aquamarine. Yeah. Use your pinks to bring out the sort of pinks of a pink sapphire maybe, and similar with all the other colours. So it can be used as an enhancer as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous strand. Love it. So many of you there. Congratulations to every single one of you. Brand new, and again, can you see the length of it as well? It could very easily be restranded like so, and you've got a ready-made necklace. Incredible. Let's move on. We've got so much to bring you. Box number 7. Oh, in box number 6, you mean? Is it this one? Yes. Ooh, this is interesting. Now I love this because it's got strength but also a delicacy. I know, that's a total contradiction of terms. I've only got double figure quantity though. Like Claire, yeah, Claire was just saying, that's me, strong but delicate. Do you know what, Claire? I think that's a really good way of describing you, because you are petite. She's petite, but also, did I see you did Tough Mudder? My partner would describe you as nails. Oh yeah, Claire, she's nails. She is. She's a tough cookie. She might be pint-sized, but a tough cookie. And you'll see exactly where we're coming from. Now we've only got double figure quantity of this. It's just silver plated, so there is precious metal over your brass. Look, you can see the precious metal, how lustrous it is also. Both Kim and Claire are both saying, in unison almost, I've not seen this before. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I've seen bigger link chain and I've seen much smaller link chain. This could be perfect for charm bracelets, couldn't it? Because the size of the links you could very easily attach charms to, but perfect for various different things. I'd wear it around the neckline. I'd wear this as a body chain, and you're getting, well, 10 meters. I was going to say the word oodles again then, Jan. You're getting 10 meters in total, 3 by 4 millimeters. Now, when this has previously been on your screens before, Jewellery Makers, we have sold hundreds. Hasn't been on your screens for a good length of time. Grab it whilst you can. It's going to go an awful long way. Of course, comes on your JM reel, so it's going to be kept nice. It's going to be kept well, without any knots within, because it's already fitted onto your reel. Sorry if I was banging your ears there. I was leaning forward, looking at the chain. I'm like looking forward and I'm banging my mic. Good luck to every single one of you. There is double figure quantity, and already I can say Stephanie, Jackie, Sylvia, Susan, Rachel, Susan P, Buckinghamshire should be £7.95. Should be.
Wow.
I would have said this was about £20, Kim. It could easily be £20. I mean, I can't price compare because I've not seen anything like this anywhere else out there. Have you?
It's amazing, isn't it? And there's such a lot on there. And like you said, the links are really beautiful.
They're a nice size, aren't they?
So you can easily make beautiful charm bracelets. They make great if you've got a pendant. You could just use that as a statement sort of chain to hang them from. Gorgeous.
You know, sometimes you buy those charms and they're on a lobster claw. You know, the ones where you can actually clip on and off. You could if you made a bracelet, you can clip your charms on and off with those lobster claws. Perfect for a chain bracelet or an anklet. Yeah, they'd be lovely as an anklet. £6.95 is the lowest ever price. That's what it was launched at, rather. Sorry, let me say that correctly. Yeah, it was launched at £6.95. We are honouring that launch price for you this morning for the remaining quantity that we have left within the warehouse. Grab it whilst you can, because double figure quantity is not nearly enough to go around. Not when we're bringing you something which is not on your screens before.
No.
Out of everybody here in the studio, none of us have seen this link before. None of us. I've seen a curb, I've seen a belcher, I've seen the big links. I haven't seen anything remotely close to this. And I'm just thinking that this with a big bolt ring on the bracelet, you're good to go. How simple would that be? How much would you retail that for, Jan?
Gosh, I mean, what I'd probably do is put 2 or 3, well, 3 strands maybe, with a bolt ring clasp on it, and it's got to be sort of £15–20.
Yeah, at least, surely.
At
I mean,
least.
it is sterling silver plated after all, and you can see the quality of it. And how much have you used off your reel? Not a great deal.
Nope. No,
Not
I
a
mean,
great deal.
that's going to go a long way.
It is going to go a long way. Hello to you, Silvana. I hope I pronounced your name right. Sue, Zara, Joyce, Julie, London. Hello to you, Christina, Maggie, Dawn, Jean, Sharon, Manchester, Durham, County Down, Anne-Marie, Susan. Lots of you still with it in your basket. Do check out as soon as you can. Hello to you, Rachel, Michelle, Dawn and Catherine in South Yorkshire. Cheryl in Derbyshire's just come through on the phone lines, as has Sheila. I hope I've said that right, but in Belfast. podcast. Catherine, you're there as well. South Yorkshire, good luck to you. Keep on dialing through them, and I love the text. You can see the quality, can't you? Just touching this. This is a very tactile. This is something I know I'd be quite touchy-feely with.
Yes. Yeah, because you could make sort of statement pieces with it, couldn't you? Or you could just keep it really plain over a winter jumper with just one chain and a big gemstone on the end of it, just to sort of weigh that down. That's going to look stunning, isn't it?
The reason why I'm just unwrapping loads of this is because I'm a big fan of, and Hannah Roxbury wears a beautiful pendant. One I'm really jealous of, actually, because I was trying to get hold of it and still haven't, which is a gorgeous amber pendant, and it's so sizable. I think with your big pendants, I personally like to wear them that little bit longer, you know, just below the bust line, sort of a 32-inch chain. This would be that perfect size to be a 32-inch chain. If I sort of, without banging my mic, I'll hold it a little bit lower, but can you see, look how obvious it is from there, just one large pendant. And okay, my mic's going to be in the way a little bit, but you can see what I'm getting at, can't you? Maybe one of those abalone pendants on the bottom. Pretty. It's really wearable, and like I say, in the winter months where you are going to be thinking about your thicker clothing, you might not feel the cold. My other half doesn't feel the cold. I do. So I layer up. I like to wear big jumpers and everything. So then your jewellery has got to sort of support that, hasn't it, for it to be noticed and I suppose admired by passers-by or your circle of friends. I need to move on. Lots of you multi-buying, and again, well done. You're getting it at your introductory deal there. But there are less than 100 of those available. In fact, there's considerably less than that now. Well done. Moving on to... no, there we go. Okay, got it. Is it a tube? These are amazing. I've never seen them before. Oh, gunmetal. It's got a wonderful, dramatic... hematite, you know what colour you're gonna get from hematite, but these are beautiful rounds, 4mm rounds as well. Just get that little bit of fluff off my nail. 400 carats in total, and we know that there is approximately, who is it that worked out about 3 strands of gemstones in one tube. They are quite deceptive, aren't they? So you'd think, okay, that's a good strand. Let's say, okay, that's a 30cm strand. It's beyond that. It's beyond that. And they go an awful long way. They are deceptive, these tubes, because they are crammed in there. So you kind of look at the sort of surface, don't you? You look at the surface amount of gemstones, but if there's no other way that I can sort of show you other than just keep rotating it round and round and round and round. If you bought the tube gemstones from us previously before, you already know how far they go. If you have, message us in. Will you do that? Will you send a message into the studio? Tell me about your experiences with your gemstone tubes and how far they go. I mean, I certainly watched guest designers do demonstrations, and I'm seeing how much they've had after making about 6-7 pieces. I mean, they go a long way, don't they, Jan?
They go such a long way. And excuse me. And this tube in particular would go great with both of the kits. It would. It would be stunning with both of them.
Yes, it really would, because it's got that decadence to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it's, to be honest, it's going to go with anything, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's a fantastic alternative. Hematite, I always think, is a fantastic alternative to your blacks. It's a softer black, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So if you're not quite thinking, okay, spinel or your agates or your onyxes or your jets, hematite is a beautiful gemstone which will soften it somewhat and still bring that dramatic look behind it. So I love hematite as a gemstone. Of course, it is wonderfully lustrous. We've already got multi-buyers there. I can see half your name. Sometimes I can only see half of your name. Sometimes I can see you all. But if you're checking out, I can see already my call screen is pretty full. Get involved as soon as you possibly can. Over 400 carats of your natural hematite. This is not a coated gemstone. This is a gemstone which forms naturally like so. It has got that wonderful metallic-like appearance. It is coming your way at a super affordable price tag. If you go on holidays, certainly overseas, you'll see numerous hematite hematite pieces being commissioned and sold over there at hugely considered price points. In fact, it was one of the first necklaces my mum and dad bought me as a teenager when they were off on their travels, came back with a hematite necklace, and I still wear it to this day. $6.95 only for 400 carats of gemstones. It's going to go so far. I mean, if I scoop, I couldn't hold those gemstones in my hand.
No. And like you say, there's at least 3. I personally, I think there's more than that.
Yeah, I think so as well, because here's an example. If I measure the tube, and we know there's more than one length of the tube, don't we? Well, the tube actually measures 16 centimetres. So on the basis, say that's a strand, it's not. I mean, it's probably half a strand, really, isn't it? So 1, 2, 48 centimetres if there's 3 lengths of the tube, so it's way more than that.
Way more, yeah, way more than that.
Way more. So deceptive, these little our packaging is good here.
And it's nice to get them in that little tube as well. I think if you're giving us a gift, that's a great gift to have. It's easy to wrap.
Easy to wrap.
You know, it'd be great as a Christmas stocking filler, wouldn't it? At that price. And you're going to get at least 3 strands at that price. At
least. And you don't need any other gemstones, do you? Hematite does tend to be one of those gems that you see in jewellers, certainly overseas, where it's all about the hematite. There's no other accenting gemstones. It's been on your screens previously before, hugely popular then, and it certainly is popular now. Grab it whilst you can at $6.95. Got to move on in the essence of time now. Box number... Oh, this is a combination. This with the coated pyrite, the greens in the coated pyrite. We'll bring the graphics for that at the bottom of the screen. You know, I was talking about enhancing colour. Well, you don't need to enhance not 1 carat of this bundle, but if you did want to, you know, add an alternative gemstone, it's got to be the green out of that pyrite. I'm bringing you diopside. I'm bringing you a double strand of peridot. 2 gemstones, by the way, which have been massively on the radar of our gem buying team recently, just because of the inaccessibility of it. Both totally and utterly natural. These are not enhanced in any way, shape or form. Those visions of green come from the gemstone and Mother Nature herself. And then an obvious choice, I suppose, would be to add in your prehnite. So soften, maybe a sage green to it within. So you've got all different colours, haven't you? Green is one of my favourite colour.
Together they're beautiful,
aren't they amazing? And I've not seen a bundle like this before. You don't really see diopside in a bundle very frequently. I'm trying to think desperately the last time I brought you peridot as a gemstone, and they are double strands. So your prehnite and your peridot are both double strands, and of course you've got sizable diopside. Diopside is, if you were to ask my personal recommendation, Eleanor, what gemstone should I be buying right now? It is a question I get asked quite frequently, and there is really 3 that I'm sort of harping on about an awful lot about. Most of them, or one of them in particular, will be pretty obvious. Yes, your tanzanite. You should be buying your tanzanite as soon as you possibly can, because we know it's running out. We know the prices are absolutely soaring. Currently, you're seeing here at Jewellery Maker, if you're thinking, well, Elle, I've seen tanzanite on Jewellery Maker, it's because of the jet lag effect, which basically means we've got it, but we're now struggling to get hold of it. So yes, it's on your screens. That doesn't mean we can buy it in abundance. The other would be then your diopside, like what you're seeing here. This gemstone, there are rumours of the production no longer being in place. Yes, there's from different locations. You can get it from, of course, Siberia. You can actually get it from Brazil also, but the desirability of diopside has absolutely soared. The other suggestion I would give you would be Ethiopian opal. So one of my top 3 suggestions of getting sooner rather than later. So excited to be able to bring you this gorgeous bundle. You're looking at your peridots are 8x3s to 3x2 millimeters. Your prehnite are 5x3 to 8x4 millimeters, and your diopside nuggets are 9x4 to 25x6 millimeters. So they are sizable in their own individual right. It's coming your way. It's coming your way at a super bundle price point. £12.95 for the 1 strand that I was just referring to. Inaccessibility. We've until well, certainly the past couple of months, when I was working on our US channel, we hadn't bought diopside for over 18 months. A single parcel of it on our sister channels. So, and given the fact that we are one of the largest coloured gemstone buyers in the world, that to me means alarm bells. If we can't get hold of it, Mr. Ying, who we used to deal directly with our diopside, hasn't been able to buy it for 12 months. So that to me says alarm bells, get it whilst you can. Usually there is no smoke without fire in the gemstone world. And usually there's always repercussions of price point, $12.95 for 3 strands. But effectively you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, haven't you? Because they're double strands.
That's an amazing price, isn't it?
It is.
For 3 sort of high-end, beautiful gemstones.
High-end, yes.
And what I would do with the diopside, I'd make a ring with one of those, just use some gold wire, make a ring across the finger, wrap it.
Like what you've done there. So you've got 1 nugget.
For me, I would sell that 1 ring with one of those nuggets for more than that price.
Yeah.
Easily.
Can we show your ring, Jan?
Do you want me to?
No, come on over, darling. The reason why, because it is like the size of one of these nuggets.
Yeah.
So if Jan shows your ring, so that, one nugget.
Because my finger's not.
One nugget. Should I pop it on my hand so you can actually see? And look, it's a great idea, Jan. And you would sell that for more than what you're purchasing right now?
Yeah. I mean, £12.95. I'd sell that for at least sort of between £15 and £20.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And how many rings could you make?
There's going to be a lot there, isn't there?
That's going to keep you busy for a while, isn't it? If you think, oh, you know what, Jan, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to take all of those diopsides and make them into rings. There's an awful lot of rings there. An awful lot. Thank you, lovely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Leave that with you. Congratulations. Moving on to box number. You know I love this, Kim. Oh, you love this too? Oh, I think this is my favourite bundle so far. 130 are in stock. This is my... Do you know, this could be my favourite bundle of the day, actually. Oh, this is gorgeous, Kim. I'm going to give you a giant, giant pat on the back for this bundle. It's beautiful. Oh, have you seen the quality of the aquamarine? As if we've got aquamarine in a bundle, firstly. It's almost like I got the memo, isn't it? Oh, wait, it just keeps on coming. Is this lace agate too? Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. So you've got your aquamarine, look at the quality. Then you've got your wonderful apatite. Then you've got blue lace agate. That's probably one of the most expensive of the agates, by the way. Don't see it very often here on Jewellery Maker. Oh, and let's add a little bit more tropical blues within with your Amazonite. Oh, I love this bundle. My favourite bundle of the day. Love it, don't you? Look at the combination of blues. Beautiful. It does take you, it almost transports you to the Maldives, doesn't it? You can almost see the golden sands. You can almost see the crystal clear waters. Amazonite, apatite with the neon colours, exquisite aquamarine. Do you know aquamarine can sometimes, you know when you've seen it and it's a little bit pale, a little bit white? That's what, you don't want that. You want aquamarine to have that depth of colour, that tone, almost like my cardigan basically. And you've certainly got that here. Blue lace agate. This is a gemstone which is chosen by Sarah Bennett very frequently within her jewellery collection. Amazonite, favoured by big top-end designers because there is nothing out there like it. In terms of those colours, the only, I guess, similarity I would say would be a Paraiba tourmaline, arguably the most expensive gemstone on the planet. Arguably, I mean, we've seen. I saw recently, actually, it was my boss who sent an email out. Paraiba tourmaline, which was being one of ours, which had been sold on our sister channel, was being sold for £27,000. By the way. £27,000. I haven't got £27,000, have you? Well, but I still love those blues and I still want to enjoy those gorgeous colours. So Amazonite is a wonderful alternative, and I don't usually make, I guess, comparisons across the gemstones because I think a gemstone deserves to be, you know, discussed in its own individuality, but it's one of my absolute favourites. This is my favourite bundle, Kim. Can I just twist them together? Because I think these, I would love to see them together. An amazing piece with all of those gemstones.
They're beautiful, aren't they? To me, they remind me of like fairies and a fairy garden and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
Very
ethereal.
Very ethereal, aren't they? So beautiful.
Maybe a little bit of clear quartz in there as well to add that little sparkle. Gorgeous. Would you use sterling silver findings or would you use your gold plated? It could work with either, couldn't it?
You could go either way, couldn't you?
Works with either. In total, well, they're all sizable nuggets, as you can see. They're not the small, small chips, if you like. They are all of individual size, especially the blue lace agate, your aquamarine and your amazonite. You're looking at in total, oh gosh, I can't do the maths there, 500, 740, 760, 860 carats in total. So again, it's substantial. They're all double strands. The lace agate, your aquamarine, your apatite and your amazonite are all double strands. So they're going to go a long way. Wow, I've just heard what the price is. Telephone biddies, if you're not on the phone lines and you're loving everything about this bundle, we certainly are. It's Kim's favourite, it's my favourite. That was certainly that I've brought you so far. I know that Kim's got a few surprises up her sleeve for this morning, but right now it's all about clear blue skies for me. It's coming your way at a super affordable price. Like, let's start Friday off with an absolute bang. £12.95 for the blue lace agate. Yeah, I would expect to pay £12.95 if not more. The reality is it can be. In fact, last time I brought you blue lace agate, it was £30 a strand. Yes, they were rounds, but it was, I don't think it was that carat weight in total. Apatite I haven't seen in ages. Aquamarine, yeah, I brought you not so long ago, but look at the depth of colour with this aquamarine strand. So incredibly intense. And amazonite, well, we all know that that's one of my favourites. That's working out at, so a 1, 2, 3, 4, let's work on that basis. That's working out, what, £3 a strand? £3.23? Well, guess what? Oh my goodness. Mark Smith, if you're watching right now, I think you need to create one of those big statement collar necklaces with this.
Altogether just beautiful, aren't they?
Everything. All of those gemstones. Yeah. Throw it all in. A wonderful cascade of aquamarine, lace agate, amazonite and apatite. I love it. Do you think blue is very complementary as well?
Yeah.
Blue is a gemstone which goes with so many different skin tones, especially the sort of softer sort of colours, and it is good for every season, isn't it?
It is, and together they look beautiful, but individually they're stunning as well, aren't they? So if you wanted to make a piece just with sort of like the agate, the blue lace agate, that would just be absolutely phenomenal, wouldn't it?
Well, if you, on that basis, Jan, what you're saying, if I say, we're not afraid to do this, take the aquamarine and show this to you at the neckline on its own. Has it still got the aquamarine depth of colour that we long for? 100%. 110%. I'll do the same with your blue lace agate, because you can certainly see the depth of colour with the other gemstones. Let's do the same with the blue lace agate. Has this got that wonderful delicate baby blue? 100%.
You've got the right outfit on to show these today.
Well, it's like I got the memo, Jan, isn't it? It's like I planned it. I didn't plan it, actually. That is purely by chance. But it does go perfectly, doesn't it? Imagine some pearls injected in here as well. Some white pearls or some peacock pearls. Do you see that sparkle too? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, moving on to box number... Oh, wait, Kimbo. You know what I'm going to do? You knew I was going to do this, didn't you? I'm just going to keep that last bundle there. Am I that predictable? Or do you know me that well? I think that's what it is. Look at this. Look at this for a combination. Put the clear blue skies at the bottom. Oh!
Perfect.
Wait, hang on a minute. That to me is like, you know, you picture a treasure chest at the bottom of the sea with all the pearls and the gold and the gemstones sort of, you know, draping out the side. That's what I would see. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Gorgeous, aren't they?
Oh! I think you've got to get both of these. Both of these with each other. I mean, Jan, do you agree?
Definitely. I would be. Excuse me. I would be if I was at home, because you know they're just.
Look at this pearl bundle as well. The colours are amazing. I've not seen this colour before of green. Winter wonderland, but it doesn't have to be wintry, does it? It could also be spring. It could be summer.
They're just beautiful, aren't they? Look at the colours together, and like you say, those colours could be winter. They scream winter. They scream summer. Yeah, they're just across the
anything, and I love the shape. So you have got your almost well, the potato pearls, aren't they? Slightly elongated, perfect for your bridal, perfect for any occasion. There's always pearls are always appropriate. Coco Chanel said, and I totally and go with your top, go with your outfit, Jan. Would you restrand these? What would you do with this bundle? Because being our pearl expert, knowing how knowledgeable you are about your pearls and the fact that you go on and sell them, what would you do with this bundle?
Instinctively, when I'm looking at those, I'm looking at the other gemstones you've got on this bar here.
These?
Yeah, and I would probably put them together. Either all of those. Yeah, just put them together, and I would just simply restrand them.
Oh yeah, so that's bringing out the green.
Yeah.
So look how it totally changes, doesn't it? Almost metamorphosises the bundle. But then if you wanted to stick with sort of the bluish tones, then I get good thinking, Jan.
You see how it changes them?
It does change, doesn't it? Almost entirely, completely. Those strands are coming up a little bit later on. Adoring this, and again, just I'm quite a simple girl. I like to. I see pearls and I think just restrand it.
Yeah, but they're classic, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to do a lot with pearls, because the pearls are just beautiful.
I gave my better half, well not I, we, gave his godmother a string of pearls, blue pearls, only a couple of weeks ago as a thank you, and she loves them. She loves them, and I know everybody, pretty much every lady in my circle of friends would love them, and that's why it's one of our biggest and most desired gemstone here at Jewellery Maker. Adoring this bundle, Kim. It is not just the one season, it can go throughout all of the seasons. Never seen this colour before. It's a tealy, greeny blue, isn't it? But it's not a dark teal. It's got a softness to it. So yes, it does have those reminiscence of sort of winter wonderland beauty, and that injection of white within there really brings that sort of blizzardy type beauty. It's coming your way at a super affordable price tag. If you're honest with me, how much would you expect to pay for just the one strand? I'm not talking about here at Jewellery Maker, I'm talking outside of these four walls. How much would you expect to pay for just one of those strands of pearls? Would you think it was respectable? And I'm going to be very conservative. Would you expect to be £10?
Oh gosh.
You wouldn't think that, would you? You wouldn't think it was going to be £10. You think that, nah, they can't be real.
Yeah.
They can't be real. Well, you know that they are absolutely genuine, because Jewellery Maker only bring you genuine gemstones. And of course, if you want to, you can download the certificate of authenticity that comes along with them as well. Get them home, do the pearl test, just rub them across the surface of your teeth and you'll feel that sandy, grainy-like texture. That is how you tell if a pearl is real or basically plastic or synthetic. Loving this. I love the fact that this goes perfectly with the previous bundle. How much would you expect to pay for one strand of pearls? £10? No, I don't think we would. I think we'd be looking at maybe at least 25. And I'd still say that's very, very conservative for one strand. For all three, just £17.95. And they are big as well, aren't they? They're not the small, tiny pearls.
No, I mean, you could just restrand them as they are, without any sort of spacers or anything in between. Or knot them with some, if you've got some darker cord, that'd look lovely.
Yeah.
Have that sort of punctuation mark in between each of the pearls would look
a
beautiful.
full stop. Yeah, I like that.
And and then they just shine, wouldn't they?
They would. And if you can, get the two, because I mean, for what's that working out at? Less than £30. You've got all of these gorgeous gemstones: aquamarine, amazonite, apatite, blue lace agate, and 3 strands of cultured pearls for less than £30.
So Mark Smith does his memory wire bracelets.
Yes.
The chips and the and the pearls together. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Given the fact these are very high end, you'd want to be using your sterling silver, wouldn't you? Well, we've got sterling silver coming up a little bit later on, so make sure you do stay tuned for that, because this, to me, is something that you would be looking at with your precious metals. 110%. I love the beauty of this 3-strand. Never seen that colour before. Got to move on. £17.95. Congratulations to you. Box number. Sticking with your blues. But this is totally different. So we've brought you the soft, delicate. Now let's bring you the rich, decadent. This speaks to me of Arabian Nights. You can imagine the stars in the sky. You can imagine the swirls of gold, can't you? Almost a genie in a lantern. And it is, of course, your druzy. Every single one will show off their gorgeous formations, all of that incredible, incredible sparkle. Flashes of gold, flashes of purple. Look at this blue. This is what lapis lazuli would aspire to be. This is what a tanzanite would long to be in terms of its colour intensity, that violet blue. Do you see what I'm referring to? It's not just a navy blue, or it's not, it's beyond midnight blue, isn't it? It's got that violet hue coming through from this wonderful gemstone. They are sizable blue druzy quartz rounds, 14 millimetres in total, every single one, and whether it's on the surface or whether it's actually on the back, because they are round, obviously they're going to rotate. Some of them will have slightly smaller, I always call them, refer to them as crevices, your druzy characteristics. Some of them will be a bit more sizable, a bit more sparkly than the other, but there's opportunities for every single one. Look at that, look at that, look at that beautiful, beautiful sparkle. You can imagine these suspended from the ear. Always one of our most popular gemstones here at Jewellery Maker, because they are. If you say, give me a sparkly gemstone, Elle, druzy would be up there, right? It'd be up there on my list, because there's no other gemstone which brings you that surface luster. There's no other gemstone that brings you that, I want to say, landscape, because it is almost like a landscape. You can imagine sort of the rolling hills of Wales, where it's got quite dramatic. Yeah. A dramatic backdrop. Druzy has got that type of appearance, and it is again one which, whilst it has got one of the most intensive colours, is obviously a genuine gemstone. 480 carats. Hello to you, Jennifer, multi-buying, County Durham. Jacqueline, hello to you, Rupwanti, hello to you, Angela, hello to you, Glenda, Elfina in Wiltshire, hello to you, Linda, Teresa, Caroline, Janet, Devon's there. Still got telephone bidders on the phone lines. You will be successful. Just stay where you are on those phone lines. Would you use these with any other gemstones?
To be honest, I think they're a statement on their own, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you could put them with the bundle that you just had earlier.
Yes.
But for me, one of those in the centre of a necklace with gizmo coils on. That's it.
That's all you need.
Gold
I totally
gizmo coils
agree.
and that. One of those.
Totally agree. I think we're all guilty from time to time as thinking, oh, well, I've got to put the whole strand into something. And you don't, because often less is more.
Yeah, for me, and that's how I work. And from a business point of view as well, it means that strand's going to go a long way. I mean, as a consumer, if we sort of take our jewellery making hats off and we take our jewellers' hats off, if you do sell your jewellery, then and think about, what do I look for? Would I expect to be buying 480 carats in one necklace? Of course not. No. You wouldn't expect 480 carats to be buying that in one piece. Or if you were, then you'd expect it to be something, you'd have to invest in it somewhat. So I guess we're guilty sometimes, think, oh, I've got to put it all in. I mean, it looks amazing, don't get me wrong. And you can do that, especially when you see Kim's prices. Linda, hello in Tyne and Wear, Lynn in West Midlands, Kathy in Sussex, Glenda, well done. Are you ready for 14mm rounds? I will count them for you, £7.95. Well, there's the one paid for. The one.
There's that one.
Yeah, that's it.
I love your mentality of that, Jan, because you've clearly got a business mind where you go, well, £7.95. I'm covered that with one, and then some, I'd hope. Yeah. You wouldn't charge £7.95.
No, I charge way more than that. But one of them then has covered it, and you're already into your profit. But if you're giving us gifts, if you're sort of gifting them, you're going to get a lot of gifts out of those. If you've got a group of friends, you know, you could make them all a piece of jewellery with the same gemstone in, but just do it in a different way. So you've got that link, haven't you?
How many people do you have on your Christmas list? I've never counted.
No.
I've never actually counted, but it's getting bigger. It is getting bigger. Well, this will cover 28 presents, and it could be for him and for her.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Could make gents cufflinks out of these.
Cufflinks would be beautiful, wouldn't they?
Because they're that size as well, aren't they? They're going to fit perfectly through.
They are. They're unisex, aren't they? But like you say, if you make a gift for all your friends, use with the same gemstone, but just do it all in a different way, I think that's just
Nobody's thinking, oh, well, I prefer that one.
No.
Everybody's getting the same. I think that's a really good idea. Or perfect for sort of wine glass charms, etc.
On the Christmas table, look gorgeous.
On the Christmas table, yeah, beautiful. Maybe use them on your Christmas gifts as well. That would be amazing. Gemstones, wrapping your Christmas presents with gemstones.
At that price, you can afford to do that, couldn't you?
Exactly. You've got 28 here.
Wow.
If you've got more than 28 people on your list, well, buy two. It's still less than £20. Amazing. Moving on to right. Let's step into Jan's world, shall we?
Oh, I saw these earlier.
Have you spotted these?
Yeah. Came over and had a look.
I'm a person that reads people's body language. Jan's beaming smile firstly gave it away, but also the fact you were doing this.
You sort of like, yeah.
You started tapping.
Yeah.
And I am not comparing you at all, but I am one that kind of reads body language. You know when kids get excited, they kind of dance on the spot?
Yeah. That's my equivalent.
They dance on the spot, and the same animals do as well, don't they?
Yeah, my dog does that actually.
Yeah, and Lena does.
Yeah.
Just starts dancing around. You just did that.
I did.
You danced on the spot. These are lovely, aren't they?
Beautiful.
I didn't just compare you to Leonard, I promise you that.
No, that's fine. I don't
know. You know what I mean. Look, the excitement. You had Leonard's excitement then. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Baroque pearls. Look at those shapes and angles. So you've got buttons in there. You'll find buttons which will be perfect for your earring studs.
This strand is just perfect for everything. You could just restrand it. Again, I'm going to those two strands because that's what I would instinctively do with them. I would just intersperse those in with the pearls and I'd use some of the precious metal that we've got coming up later for definite. So I would restrand them with those as spacers and I'd get a necklace and a pair of earrings from that set, from that strand. They're perfect for bracelets, perfect for anything you want to do with them. Pearls are just the most versatile gemstone.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are what, you know, they're everybody's friend, aren't they? Everybody enjoys wearing them, but all of the gemstones love being alongside them, don't they? I totally agree. This is my favourite, the sapphire with the pearls.
It's beautiful. It's classic, amazing. Isn't it?
Yeah, really, really classic. Just one of those sapphires with a pearl. On shepherd hook earrings, and we've got the bundle coming up later on in sterling silver, 4 different packs, so you could create multiple pieces there. But this is your Baroque pearls, which I've seen Baroque pearls before, time and time again before, but they have got wonderful shapes to them. They're not so out there in their shape that you couldn't restrand them like this.
No, they'd be great on their own. But that different shapes that they've got, I love that because you've got all that more surface area for that light to sort of bounce from and that sort of that beautiful colours to come from them.
Yeah, the pearlescence, that's the thing with all of those angles, the pearlescence really does come out, so that's the actual light playing across the surface of the gemstone. You start to see what we call the colour spectrum effectively it's across the surface of the gemstone, which it could be reflecting from its surroundings. It does do that if you've got a wonderful orient, so reflective surface effectively. The fact that what Jan's referring to, those angles, the actual I guess obscurities, but to me that's a positive word.
Its beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's part of its word. Tells you that it's real, genuine gemstones. Shows off those that performance luster. White freshwater cultured pearls. So the only difference between freshwater pearls and cultured pearls is basically where they're formed. Is it in freshwater or is it in salt water? There is no difference really, not anymore. There's been massive revelations in the freshwater pearl world. Once upon a time, they were classed as I suppose An inferior gemstone, not anymore, absolutely categorically not, and can command hugely considered price points. They're 9 by 8 millimeters. Felicity in Sussex, you're there. Hello to all of our telephone bidders on the phone lines. I know guest designer Jan, you'll be getting this come the end of the show, watching on the repeats.
I'd be on the phone now.
You'll be on the phone now if you're at home. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And by the way, this is certainly in, well, this hour, the only pearls that we've got available for you. So if you've got to dash out at the top of this hour, then this is the time to get your Baroque pearls, because it's the only ones that we have. This with the abalone earlier on. This with the pyrite earlier on.
And that's the thing with a pearl like that, a white pearl, you can put it with anything.
Anything.
Absolutely anything, you know, and it depends whatever style you've got, it'll go with whatever style you've got. You want classic style, it'll go. You want more contemporary, excuse me, it'll go. Well,
opportunities are endless, I think would be the correct expression. Angela, hello to you. Yaneth in London, congratulations. Sussex, you're there as well. Perfect with your black, perfect with your colours, or perfect on their own. I personally would just wear them on their own, being a little bit of a boring girl at times. I just think, why mess with something that's already beautiful and you know, and can stand. It doesn't need any additions. No. Anyway, I'm slightly waffling now, aren't I? Claire and Bridget, you're also with me. Let's bring in that price tag. Should be $9.95. I look at Jan because I heard her go. You had a sudden intake of breath.
I did. At $9.95.
Should be.
That's the bit, yeah.
Never mind should. How many will you be buying now, Jan?
Oh, I'd be getting 3 or 4 of those.
3 or 4? At least, yeah.
Yeah, at that price. Because for me, again, going back to the business point, and as gifts they're perfect, you're going to get a lot of earrings out of those for your friends and family. But if I was selling them and I put one of the gemstones with them, I'd be selling 1 pair of earrings for £35.
Yeah. And I know it depends where you're selling them and what sort of event it actually is, but people recognise pearls. People know, don't they? And they know how, you know, they'll think, okay, pearls, real pearls, genuine pearls, and you can teach them how to test it. It's, you know, just rub it on the surface of your teeth. And explain to them, allow them to do that with your pearls. It doesn't damage them in any way, shape or form. And yeah, they would absolutely expect it to be a considered price point. The first pair of pearl earrings I bought, long before Jewellery Maker days, long before Gems TV, our sister channel days, was from a retailer that I worked at. They were just simple round studs. Yes, they were on 9-count gold. At staff cost. And it was from a jeweller, so it wasn't from a craft fair or anything like that. I don't think I'd ever seen pearls at craft fairs then. I paid, I think it was around £40, £50 at staff cost. Yeah. I've still got them, I still wear them.
I mean, they're just beautiful. But even if you got that strand and you sort of said, well, where I sell, I can't command that sort of price, sell them at £10 a pair. Look at the profit you're going to make.
You're still quids in.
Yeah.
You're still massively quids in. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe you're thinking, because where I used to actually sell jewellery at craft fairs this time of year, I know it gets a little bit frantic and crazy, but local to me in Alvechurch, there's a school basically that does probably one of the most popular craft fairs around this area. Well, I did a very successful jewellery fair there going back a good few years, well, more than that even, and they keep sending me the email, do you want to come back, etc. And I was thinking, you know what, I could easily make pearl earrings and just put that across the table and they'll fly. Yeah. They'll fly, even at £10. Well done. Stay on those phone lines. Check out as soon as you possibly can. There is much, much more to bring you. More incredible strands. And don't forget your kits.
Book now to take part in the Gemporia experience. Take a behind-the-scenes tour of the TV studios. Meet the presenters and learn about gemstones and jewellery. The price of £169 includes an overnight stay at the picturesque White Swan Hotel, a buffet lunch, refreshments, a £20 gift voucher towards your evening meal and a free glass of bubbly.
In terms of summarising the course, terrific fun, extreme, learnt so much. Feel like I've gone away, got a massive, even greater passion for jewellery.
Very good value, very well put together, and yes, go for it.
Dates are limited, so call or email us now for an experience you'll never forget.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Good morning, jewellery makers. How are you? Do you know what? I'm full of beans this morning, Jan. I think it's because you're here.
Do you think? Oh, I'm not too bad now. I was a bit sort of groggy this morning, but
Well, you
getting
never
there.
seemed groggy. You're always
I felt
chipper.
a bit groggy, but I'm good now.
You're always
I'm
chipper.
here.
And we've established we're all quite local girls, so we did effectively kind of roll out of bed, didn't we, and into the studios. Right, I'm excited about this kit because to me, it's that perfect kit to commission something for Christmas Day. It's that perfect kit to create something big, statement, something that's going to grab the attention, whether it's you that's wearing it, whether it is on a craft fair, whether it is the first piece that you send into the Wall of Fame, whether it's your first piece of jewellery that you make. Now listen, I never confess myself to be a jewellery maker. I'm not. In comparison to your incredible creations and certainly our guest designers, I'm absolutely rubbish. But you know what? It's a hobby. It's something that we develop. We enjoy doing, so who cares? Who cares? If you're getting enjoyment out of creating something, then absolutely fantastic. But the point I'm making is within this kit, whilst there are some exceedingly high-end gemstones in here, it's giving you opportunities. It's going to cover your very experienced jewellery designers and also your new beginners. It's called Get the Party Started, so I think that's absolutely appropriate, don't you?
It's just a brilliant kit to work with.
I'm in love with this sari thread. I absolutely love this sari thread, and I'll be talking some more about it throughout the course because Jan has actually done something which I was messing around with on air the other day because I'm quite a tactile person, but what you've created, Jan, is way, way beyond what I was referring to. Let's bring your should-be price. So if you were to buy all of these components, which I will go through individually, off our web, bear in mind individually they're competitive price points. We already do a lot of research into making sure that they are ahead of our competitors as best we possibly can. Anyhow, then we put it in a bundle or a kit rather, and you get amazing, even more incredible deals. Now you have got your standard beading pack, so your threading material, your beading material and your clear elastic, so that comes as standard within your kit, and it's the gold which works beautifully with all the other components. Then you've got 3 very large spools of your zari thread. Zari thread is not like a normal ribbon. It has got a structure. The best way to actually compare it is to a mesh, a wire mesh, so you can create amazing designs that will hold also. And again, Jan is going to be demonstrating how you actually do that throughout the course of her designer inspiration. So you get the black and the gold, then you get the intensely black, and then you get purely gold. So those 3 very large spools of your zari thread or stroke wire. I keep wanting to say wire because it will actually hold its shape, won't it? So there is some amazing, amazing opportunities. Then finishing touches. Elle, how do I was saying that it does cater for all different levels of jewellery making. Elle, how do I actually finish off those pieces? Do I just tie them around the neck? What if I want an actual finished clasp? Well, we've thought of that. There's some gold-plated fold-over clasps here which will work wonderfully with your zari. So you just literally bend it over. It's dead simple and gives one of the most professional finishes to it. Don't you think, Jan?
It does. I mean, it just, like you say, gives a professional finish to your piece of jewellery. And you spent time and effort sort of making a piece of jewellery. You want it to be finished in the best way you can.
Absolutely. And that's important, isn't it? Because I think that can be the clincher for many consumers, or even if if you're gifted, you're not critical, but if you're gifted a piece of jewellery, you think, oh yes, I mean, look at the quality, you can see the quality. I love that beautiful sort of frayed effect. And let's show you all the beautiful gemstones. So we have a vision of garnet in your seed beads. So I love this size, and they have been flying out of the vault just lately, this size, because it covers so many different angles. Use it with your beading thread, use it with your findings, use it with soutache, use it with anything really.
Yeah.
Anything. So you have got 3 strands here, your clear quartz, your gorgeous garnet there, and your let me just lean forward for a second, micro faceted pyrite with the gold. Just pick that one up there as well so you can see. I mean, those 3 strands are gorgeous next to each other, aren't they? I mean, especially with your garnet. Can I just focus on the garnet? Because it has got that purple colour. The more prominent the purples with garnet, the more valuable it is. But we are not done there. I think adding that sparkle, adding that bling to absolutely get the party started. We're going to include some clear quartz, and these are your briolette cut. We also refer to them as your teardrops or faceted pears, top drilled faceted pears. I put my inkling is to call these briolette, where it's 360 degrees all the way around the gorgeous gemstone. So you're going to see, not just from one angle, beauty and luster from every single angle, from even the back of the head. So that's why they're great for earrings.
Perfect for earrings.
Great for earrings, great for pendants. And that perfect size as well. Get the party started with all of your threading components, with your zari thread, with your clasps, with 1, 2, 3, 4 strands of gemstones, but very high-end gemstones. But given the fact that they are the shapes and the sizes, the colours that they are, it's going to appeal to multiple jewellery makers out there. Can I just point out, I know that this is very limited in stock. This is already very, very popular. There's a lot of jewellery makers already making those confirmations. And it's coming your way at one of the most obscenely low prices, and that's a positive obscene. Look at the beauty, look at the sparkle. £44.15 is where it should be.
Oh, wow.
I remember the days when a Gems of Distinction strand like the clear quartz, that alone would be best part of £20.
Yeah. And so it should really, to be honest.
Yeah, it's quartz. It's got that liquid-like beauty and clarity. The more liquid-like a quartz is, the more valuable a quartz is. But I can remember that one strand would be about £20. But you've got pyrite, you've got gorgeous garnet in there, and of course your clear quartz rounds. I mean, this is without gemstones. What you're seeing on your screens, no gemstones whatsoever, and that looks like such an amazing Egyptian piece, that.
Yeah, but that's simply the ribbon sort of opened. And
again, just the ribbon? Yeah. I love
beautiful.
that. Do you know, I've got a necklace almost exactly the same to this, and I know I would have paid more than what's on your screen.
Yeah, yeah. It's such a great kit to work with as well. And like you say, the quality of the gemstones is stunning. That garnet is such a beautiful colour.
I love the headdress as well. I'm going to a winter races event in November, and I don't know what to wear. It's one of those dilemmas. What do I wear to the winter races? I mean, summer races, you kind of know, little dress, pair of heels, I suppose, and a fascinator or a hat. But winter races, I'm like, what do I wear? But apparently it is still the fascinators. Right. So something like this would be perfect.
Yeah, because you've got the black, so you've got that drama there, but you've got those clear quartz in there as well, which is sort of, you've got that little icicle effect to it as
Yes.
well, which makes it a bit wintry.
It does have that icicle effect, and you've used just a little bit of wire there, haven't you?
Yeah.
And just wrapped it around. That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
This with that necklace.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Would look beautiful, wouldn't it?
Oh.
I absolutely loved it. When I got it, I looked at the ribbon, and I've seen it on air before, and I've sort of looked at it briefly, but I've not had a chance to play with it before, and it's just the best.
You can see how you've like almost created. I wonder. Let me see what angle's probably best for you to see. Can you see how Jan has? It looks like it's. What would be the word? Where you've actually got the different textures. So
yes.
Here the thread is a little bit further apart, then it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Would that be embroidery?
Yeah, it could be embroidery or a woven material or something, but what I've done is actually stretched it out and then bent it around, and I've actually stiffened it with some PVA. Yeah, it's just brilliant, and it's great.
Just here, can you see that?
So you get sort of like a lacy effect to it, don't you?
It does have a lace effect, and it's almost got, you know when you buy sort of a lace doily?
Yes.
And then you'd have the tighter lace in the centre, and then it's more open on the outside. That's the best way of me describing it. And you've done that from this actual ribbon.
Yeah, and you can do that. You can sort of do lots of things.
And held it in place as well. Okay, so what is it you're going to be demonstrating?
I thought I'd show how we did the little bracelet and the necklace sections.
Yeah.
And with the bracelet, I've made that sort of open section at the front, and then I've woven in the garnet.
I love that.
Oh, but it's just so brilliant to work with. I loved it.
And it's nothing I've seen before. I haven't seen this technique used at all with this sari thread.
Right.
So I'm really excited about this because I keep playing with it.
Yeah, and you can open it, and it's great, and it's just brilliant. I just loved it. So I can't wait to sort of work with it again, to be honest. So for the bracelet, what we're going to do, we're going to create this little section here.
Which is kind of like
which is like a little dome.
A little dome of gold.
Yeah, so what we've done, we've opened it up. I don't know if you see that there. We've opened it up and then sort of shaped it around. I'm going to show you how to do that, and that forms the centre of the bracelet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a length of the gold ribbon, and what you do when you cut it, you'll need to put some sort of sticky tape on the end, because if you leave it, it will sort of
fray.
It will come open. So put a little bit of sticky tape on the end, and then work from the reel. You don't have to sort of take it off the reel, and then just find the point where you want to make your little dome, and you simply pull that apart, and as you see, it sort of opens out. So once you've opened that out, what you need to do is just take the middle and find the little point in the middle there. So you're opening that.
That's quite easy to do, isn't it? As in to find, you can do that by eye, can't you?
So you've got that centre section there, that little hole there in the centre. So really all you need to do then is to sort of poke something through there. So there, we've got that hole there. So all I'm going to do is use the ring mandrel, pop that onto the ring mandrel and pull that really tight. So what it's going to do is going to tighten out these sections here. So it's going to straighten them out.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to push it down a little bit just to make that.
Oh, look at that. You could you put a cabochon in there?
You could put a cabochon in there. That looked fabulous with a cabochon in there, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Gorgeous. So all I've done then, and as you see, if you just sort of wriggle it a bit, these little threads
start to move their way back, don't
they want to go back into position. So if you just sort of shape them back into position, you've got that shape there. So you've got that dome shape.
It does look like a wire work, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think it just looks pretty on its own, so I'm going to put that back down on the board.
Yeah.
And then what I did, just to make sure that stays in place, I actually painted that with some PVA.
PVA glue?
PVA glue. So shall I show you how I did that? Just so that I've got my little paintbrush. So what you need is a little paintbrush.
Now PVA glue you can get anywhere, can't you? You can get it anywhere. It's that stuff that you used to play with as a child, paint on your hand and then pull off.
Yep. That's
I used to do that anyway.
That's great fun though, that isn't it? So all I did is I just put it down on a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And then make sure you've got the right shape that you want. Then just take a little paintbrush. And don't worry, the PVA glue will dry clear. So when you're painting it, you know, you can load up the paintbrush quite a lot. So don't panic too much if you think, oh, that looks an awful mess, or there's a lot of glue on there. Because you want to make sure that holds in place. And if it sort of flattens down a bit, just push that into place. Or push it like that and you'll get that dome shape back. And
Yeah,
then,
because you can see like little globs of PVA glue, but it doesn't matter, does it?
no, if you just sort of take the excess off your brush and then just go round and just take off as much of the excess as you can, which is what I did with this one. And as you see, you can't see any of that.
None of it whatsoever?
I think what it does, it actually soaks into the material, and then it'll disappear.
I wonder if you could use, you know, like starch spray.
Yeah, and I know we had some spray on one of the shows.
Stiffeners.
Yeah, so that would be perfect for this.
Yes.
So that's not as messy, and you just spray it. So
Yeah,
perfect.
if you haven't got PVA glue, or if you're looking as an alternative, then that might work, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and this is a bit sort of weird, but I've used hairspray before.
What a great idea!
As a quick fix, hairspray does the same job.
What a great idea! Nothing wrong with that.
No, you can get hairspray sort of really cheap.
Yeah, you can.
Hairspray.
I use
not
cheap
good
hairspray.
quality, you know, get some cheap hairspray.
Yeah, like 70 pence you can buy a can of hairspray for these days, can't you? Yeah.
So that's what you do. So you make sure you've got your shape there, formed. Cover it in PVA glue and then leave it. Leave it for a few hours to dry. And then when you get it back, I'm going to move this one out of the way. I'm just going to move that glue because I don't want it to get stuck with it. Then when you get it back, that's it. And if you feel how sort of solid that is,
Oh, it is, yeah. It's not going anywhere. Because you could pop a gemstone underneath as
Yeah.
well, couldn't you?
look great. And like you say, when it's open as a cabochon, will look brilliant.
Yeah, as a ring or something like that.
See, there's lots and lots of options with it.
Opportunities are endless, incredible.
So for the bracelet, I did that. I did one. For the choker necklace, I did 3, and I did it in exactly the same way. I just sort of spaced them out.
How did you weave the gemstones on? Did you use just
Okay.
monofilament or?
What I did is I used some 0.25 wire, and then all I did is found a section and popped the wire through. My eyes are not great today. There we go.
That's it, yeah.
So go through there, and what you need to do is just wrap that around and secure it a few times. So what I'm going to do, just for the sake of the demo, is just pop that back through there and wrap it around just to secure it. But ideally what you would do is find a section in there where it's open.
Where it's going to be a bit
and just
hidden.
wrap it round.
Yeah.
So that's hidden. And then all I did is, if I can just lean over here and get some of the garnet. I think I just threw some of them on the floor.
I love the size of these garnets as well because they are perfect for well, you could make rings like this, couldn't you? Could easily have made a matching ring to go with this bracelet, and it is beautiful. You can imagine this lay lovely on the wrist. In fact, I'll pop it on. I have got quite small wrist on, so I've just slipped that over, but look.
But I just love the garnet against the gold.
It looks like 24 karat gold, doesn't it?
It does. It's that really lovely colour, isn't it?
Yeah, that sort of Indian gold, which is so beautiful. $29.95. That's all it is for this wonderful kit. We've got some text messages coming in for you, Jan, and it says, "Hello, Jan. Lovely to see you. Stunning designs as ever. Beautiful, rich strands. They are, aren't they?"
Thank you.
And that's from Sarah in Cheshire. Hiya, Elle and Jan. Great show so far, Jan. That jewellery is top notch, high end. Well done.
Oh,
and that's from Ted.
Oh, thank you, Ted.
Oh, yeah,
that's
it is top notch, isn't it? I love that. Top notch. Because that to me just speaks luxury, high end quality. And it is a high end kit, isn't it, in reality? I mean, can I just bring this one, and you've just knotted this, haven't you, Jan? You've knotted it, and I've just noticed that you've actually got the pyrite running through.
Yeah, so all I've done is knotted it and sort of made the knot in different directions so you get that zigzaggy effect. And then I've just linked with some 0.25, or you could use beading thread. Just link the pyrite through there.
I love this. You can imagine that on the décolletage. Looks fabulous, doesn't it? And the pyrite running through as well, so sticking with all the golds.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. I'm just going to bring in, because we've had a little cheeky addition, if I might just for one moment step to my left, because the gorgeous Amelia has popped in front of me an addition to this kit if you wanted. So if you wanted to put sort of the amethyst purples within, or maybe, oh, look at that golden coppery tone, it's amazing. But this is, rather than being that flat zari thread, this has got a spherical beauty to it, hasn't it? It's quite rounded. And again, can be manipulated, Jan, can't it?
It can. You can put wire through this one as well, and so you can make shapes with it.
structure can be created with it as well.
I know we had the flower jig on, the wire flower jig on a few days ago. That'd be perfect to use with that, because you just put the wire through it, and then you could use the jig to make flowers. You do it in freehand. That's beautiful. Use it just as a cord to hang a pendant from.
Yeah, exactly. Just
really
as simple as, simple as just even just on its own round the wrist line would look lovely. Perfect for your interior designs also as well, for your haberdashery or your textiles would look incredible, and certainly would be complimentary of the kit that we have just brought you, because just imagine that flash of purple running through with the black.
Oh, that'd look lush, wouldn't it?
How lush. It would look lush. Imagine the gold running through with, the copper running through with the gold. Imagine that with the silver, if you wanted to create sort of a three-tone effect. You've got 25 metres, the yellow, purple and the orange. They say orange, I look at that as more of a coppery tone.
Yeah.
Would you say? Yeah. It's not orange, it's a coppery, goldy, rose goldy kind of effect that you're getting. And again, it's rounder than the Zari rope that you've actually just seen Jan demonstrating with. So this you could probably pull out a bit like your wire mesh tubes.
Yes.
Create a 360 degrees. It's only sorry, what was that, Kim? Only been on your screen once previously before on its own. It might have actually been in kits or bundles. This has been the second time ever that you've been able to get hold of these individually. The first time it came on your screens, 500 flew out of the vault.
I'm not surprised though, because it's so versatile.
Yeah, and in actual fact, that we were talking about covering different levels of jewellery making. I am an absolute beginner, an absolute novice, and I know that I could create pieces just using a bit of PVA glue like you've just demonstrated, a little bit of 0.25 wire, just sewing essentially like you've just demonstrated there, but create something totally different. You could also use that technique of knotting, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I mean, things that we've done on here, you could do similar with this, but you're going to get a completely different look because you've got that sort of that tubular shape to it rather than the flat shape.
Yeah.
So again, it's a great addition actually to have with this because you can mix and match them together. Perfect. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, it would look amazing, and the colours are always very complimentary. Second time only it's been on your screen though, Jewellery Makers, and the first appearance 500 flew. I can see from the corner of my eye the iPad, or the tablet rather, is going absolutely furiously. I can see the names of all of you on the phone lines and on the web. Good luck. Check out as soon as you possibly can. You get all three spools. You haven't got to decide between the colours. That's
wow.
£2.32. I mean, the opportunities are endless. You think Christmas? Could I wrap presents with this? Yeah. How much would you pay for just a normal ribbon? You know the ribbon which is about that big, that wide, about a centimetre wide. There's no structure to it. It's ribbon, isn't it? You couldn't create a bow that would stand proud on a present. No. This you could. It's going to stand proud, especially if you use your PVA glue.
Yeah, it's really lovely, and it's nice and soft as well. It's got that metallic look to it, but it's not got that sort of scratchy metallic look to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's nice and smooth. So
absolutely.
To wear it on the neckline or something or around the wrist would look beautiful. I mean that, like you say, just as a bracelet on its own, with maybe one of the amethysts that's coming up from the next kit.
I wonder if you could put gemstones in the middle of it.
Yeah, you can open it up because it sort of goes like a tube.
So you could literally do the same technique as your wire mesh. I mean, how expensive is wire mesh? It is more expensive than, well, wildly more expensive than Zari rope is, and it basically gives you a very similar appearance, doesn't it? 500 of these went the first time they were brought onto your screens, and it's certainly looking like it's going to be hugely popular this morning also. So going back to your demonstrations then, Jan, so you could incorporate those as well.
You could.
So you're going through the sewing motion now.
I am. So all I've done is attach the 0.25 to the one of the open sections. Then I've threaded on some of the beads, just enough to take me to the section that crosses over there. So all I'm going to do is pass the 0.25 through there. So what we're looking at doing now is sitting that, and the little beads are going to run away against there. Sorry, there. So it's going to sit there, so it's going to follow that line of the weave.
Yeah, so you might need 6, you might need 4, you might need... Depends how big your hole is.
Depending on how much you've opened it up. Right, so then all we do is pass that back through. I keep saying I'm going to get my eyes tested, you know. And
do you know, you're saying that, I had mine done the other day, but I haven't done since I was a child.
Yeah.
Is something that, you have to.
But you seem get older.
You're doing well, lovely.
Thank you. So all you do is you do that. So I've gone underneath that crossover bit there. I would put some more on and I would go over that section, under that section, and you're just effectively weaving in and out of that weave that's originally there with the gemstones. And what I did, I sort of went across this section here and then just continued down. So I filled in this little section and then I continued it down the band. So I didn't want to fill all of it. I wanted it to be a bit sort of asymmetrical. So I've sort of filled in one side and then followed it down the band, as you can see there. And then the other side I just left plain.
Yeah, I love that. I love
because
that you
I
did
just
that.
like the contrast, just the difference of having the plain and the embellished.
So it does wrap all the way around. That's just progressive sewing. And then you've left it plain on the other side, and you've finished it off using the two connectors, that come with the kit as well. So these do come, and they're very easy, aren't they? They just climp.
Yeah.
Are you going to? Yes, please.
What I was going to say is, once you've measured your bracelet, what you'll need to do, as I said before, is put a little bit of sticky tape on.
Okay.
So if you can see, I've actually put quite a large piece of sticky tape on there.
Yeah.
And then what I did is measured it and work out where you want your clasp to go, and start your sticky tape a little bit, just a few millimetres before there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to cut it, but leave just the slightest bit of that tape on there. So that then will hold all that together. So that's not going to come off.
And it's not visible either?
No. But for the earrings, if I can just show you quickly, for the earrings that I made, when I opened it up, I cut it without holding it together. And that's when you can sort of start to play with opening up that weave.
And it is literally like just like beautiful threads, aren't they?
So if you want that frayed look, perfect, you can go for that. So it's easy to do that. You just simply cut it
there so you can see. There we go.
And that's literally how I did that, and attach the clasp at the top. But I did actually just put a little line of the PVA glue down the weave to stop it fraying anymore. When I got to the point that I wanted it to stay at,
just coat it with the PVA.
Just a little dab of it, just to make sure.
Gorgeous.
But just to attach the clasp, like I say, you just need to leave a little bit of the sticky tape at the end, and then all you do is pop it into your clasp, and it is just fractionally a little bit wider than the clasp. But all you need to do is just squeeze that in.
Give it.
Just hold it in place, and then take some pliers, squash that down, so it's in there. And then what I tend to do is turn it around and do it from the other side.
Yeah, so you're getting you're putting the tension, I suppose, across every single angle. And it's not marking those.
No, not at all.
They are very solid. They're
very solid. They're
ends.
Brilliant. And like Elle said earlier, you know, they give a professional finish to your piece. And when you're selling or you're gifting, that's really important.
Well, it is. It makes a big difference, doesn't it?
But that's really, really easy way of finishing off. So that's all I did basically. I did the centre section, wove on the gemstones, attached a clasp, and then you just add a jumper into the little section there, and whatever clasp you want.
Amazing. And you could use any gemstone, couldn't you, with your zari thread, especially, you know, the golds. You could use that with well, anything.
Anything.
Quite literally anything. It's going to be complementary. Speaking of, a gemstone that I love to use with gold, and this would create a totally different look, rather than it be so. If you're thinking that's beautiful, it's delicate, it's lovely, but Jan, I like big, bold gemstones in my jewellery. Well, you're going to adore this next opportunity. Now, I've never, in the history of Jewellery Maker, brought you this gemstone like it is. Kim has never seen it. I don't know if you've ever seen it, Jan.
I don't know.
This is blue coloured labradorite.
I've seen it now.
You've seen it now. So imagine labradorite, a natural phenomena gemstone. The tiny inclusions within the gemstone produce an optical effect, basically, which in this case is labradescent. So I call it the fish effect. Imagine a fish through the water, and you know when the sun catches hold of the actual scales of the fish, and you get that beautiful, beautiful rainbow effect. You see that within your labradorite, for those of you that don't know. You're still going to get that. However, instead of it being the sort of grey, steely, dark gemstone that we know and absolutely love, you're getting, oh
wow,
blue colour with labradescence coming through in, you see that, in abundance. And by the way, it's even more apparent with your own two eyes. Have you ever seen anything like it?
That is such a beautiful colour, isn't it?
Look at the labradescence coming through. Blues, yellows, golds. And again, every single one of those is going to be showing off that quality. Every single, I love it. I've not seen anything like it before.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
I only had 42. Kim is saying, Elle, we're going to have to bring that price tag onto your screen because we have got jewellery makers buying 2s and 3s. I'm not surprised. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring you a blue labradorite again. I don't know. Never say never in the gemstone world, but this is the first time I've ever seen it. And I'm not just talking here at Jewellery Maker. First time I've seen it in 18 years of working in this industry. You know what? It's actually more than that now. So get involved as soon as you possibly. Look at the colour, the labradescence coming through. Imagine this in natural daylight. We know labradorite is a gemstone, what we call a daytime gem, so it loves to show off in natural sunlight. It still look beautiful under your candlelight as well. It is an evening gemstone as well, if it can fall into both categories. But imagine this out in broad sunlight. Imagine that wonderful labradescence, really bringing that labradorite flash that we all know and love here. A really rare opportunity for you to bring you this blue colour. There's 100 carats in total. There's 7x3 to 9x4 millimetres and just $11.95.
Wow.
Over half the stock is gone. I'm not in the least bit surprised. I'm sorry, my darling. You're probably going to have to say goodbye to this strand.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Did you just put your bottom lip out then?
I did, sorry.
You put your bottom lip out?
And I think I stamped my foot as well.
You did stamp your foot?
I did. The lip and the foot went.
I didn't notice that time. You had a little diva moment then, Jan.
Tantrum then, didn't I?
You had a little tantrum.
I don't have them very often.
We're going to put you on the bottom step so you can think about what you've done. That's what,
Can I take that with me?
No.
No.
I don't know, actually. To be fair, I'm not responsible for our studio samples.
Right.
I guess speak to the powers that be.
Right, okay.
And that's the best way. I think that's the only way you're going to get it, to be honest, because there are so many of you there. $11.95. Are you losing the labradescence of this gorgeous gemstone? The main appeal of labradorite? No, of course not. But you're getting it also with that wonderful, wonderful blue. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Now, 2 gemstones that I don't see every single day. We have... In fact, I could probably count on both hands the amount of times that I've brought you this gemstone. Less than 10, most definitely. I have 100. That's it. Pink chic. It is your rhodonite and your rhodochrosite. Now, 2 natural gemstones, and you can tell that they're natural in the sense that how they form, they've got their formations showing within. Look how distinctly similar they are to rubies as a gemstone. You can see the similarities here, but also your pink opals.
Wow.
Great alternative. But the reality is I've seen more ruby than I have your rhodonite and your rhodochrosite. I have. I've brought it to your screens more frequently than I have both of these gemstones. 100 is not nearly enough. How many strands are we actually getting here? Well, let me hold them out for you, because there is 2 of each, double strands, 2 of each. So gorgeous pinks, aren't they? Imagine this with some smoky quartz.
Oh, lush, wouldn't it?
Yes. Imagine this with that technique that you've just demonstrated.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Aren't they lovely? So if you love your jaspers, you love your agates, you love your amazonites, you love your Larimar, you love your opals, you love your lace agates, you love, I'm trying to think of all the ones where you see the internal, how they actually have formed over the years, that progressive nature almost, which is such a magical draw of gemstones like this. They are all opaque, so you're not going to see brilliance, you're not going to see clarity, you're not going to see diaphanity, but what you will see is their beautiful, beautiful formations. So you can almost see the progression of the gemstone within the host rock and natural demonstrations of colour. The rhodonite garnet is from Australia, and I'm trying to see that. I can't quite work out where the rhodochrosite is from. We'll just have a little look on the graphics. The South Africa. So you've got South Africa rhodochrosite and Australian rhodonite. Two gemstones that are absolutely perfect next to one another. If you've missed out on pink opal, there's a gemstone I don't get to bring you every single day either. Sold out last time I brought it to your screens. Then here's a great alternative. And you can educate people on this gemstone. I mean, you could say this. You could easily say this, couldn't you? Have you seen rhodonite or rhodochrosite in other jewellery establishments? Well, the reason why you haven't is because it's not what we call a mainstream gemstone. There's not enough of it, and not enough money has been invested into the mining of this gemstone for it to be readily available to the general British public. Or world public, I should say, rather. So that is why you're getting a really rare opportunity of acquiring a gemstone which is desired, which is absolutely valuable, which is most certainly precious and valued within the industry. Gemologists, geologists absolutely love it because of its natural beauty, the fact that it shows the progression and formation of the gemstone. So you can say all of these things, and to me, that is half the draw and the appeal. Limited quantity though, we had just 100 of these available. It is 2 strands of each of these wonderful gemstones. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've brought you both of these. Hold on to your hats though, because did you just say what I thought you said then, Kim? She did, she says. £2.50 a strand.
Oh, crazy.
£2.50, Jan.
What can you get for £2.50?
What can you get for £2.50?
Well, you
can't even buy a nail varnish for £2.50.
You wouldn't think you could get a beautiful strand of gemstones, would you? If I got up this morning and someone said to me, you're going to get a beautiful strand of gemstones for £2.50, I'd say, yes, please. I'll have plenty of those.
You would be thinking, nah.
Well, yeah. You wouldn't believe them.
If you didn't know Jewellery Maker, if you've just flicked through the channels right now, you've come across Jewellery Maker for the very first time. Hey, listen, I understand you're thinking they can't be real, genuine gemstones. They have to be synthetic gemstones or not desirable gemstones. No. There's more than 1,000 carats of a gemstone that myself, having worked in the gemstone industry since I was 18 years old, I don't mind telling you, I'm 37 now. I'm 37 years old. I've seen it probably a handful of times. That is how rare it is. And you can get it this morning rather, at £2.50 each.
That's wrong.
Pure and simply because we have bundled. This is what we call a bundle. So Kim, my producer, who is responsible and you know deserves the recognition and praise for this, has been able to get hold of these for you and put them all together. Basically, form a package deal. Essentially, form a package deal for you. £10, and you've got over 1,000 carats of gemstones.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? And that's beautiful. Or that include, like you say, it's like looking at the history of the gemstone, isn't it?
It is.
Gorgeous.
That I'm thinking, you know, jeans, simple black top. This isn't a big necklace, scarf, little hat. You're good to go, and you've got something beautiful for winter. Amazing. Now, we're about to bring you some of our dynamite tools. Now, these were given to us by our product manager, Hannah Roxbury, who said, Eleanor, these always fly out whenever we have them on the show. They are absolute essentials, and I will lean upon Jan's knowledge during this because, like I said, I don't confess myself to be a jewellery maker. I'm a jewellery lover and a gemstone lover. But would you agree?
Yeah, that's the answer. There they are.
So this is what we're bringing you. These are your flush cutters. How essential are these, Jan?
They are
so essential that... What do you have there?
Oh, flush cutters.
Oh, you've got Jan's flush cutters, which look good as new as well. How long have you had these?
I've had them ages.
Have they slightly blunted?
Nope.
Is that a word?
Blunted.
Blunted?
It's good enough word.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
Are they still as sharp and precise?
They are perfect, and that for me they're a real essential because they give you. It does what it says on the tin. They give you a really nice flush cut.
Yeah, they do.
And you know when you again we go back to finish, but finish is so important. And to be able to, I do a lot of wire work, so to be able to get that lovely sort of precise finish to a piece of wire is really important, and these allow you to do that.
So if our guest designers are using bead-along as a choice of tool, there's a reason why you've chose this.
Yep.
How long have you been jewellery making, Jan?
About 12 years.
12 years.
Yep.
You sell your jewellery
I do.
to retailers out there. This is your choice of
Tool.
Because
the thing is, for me, it's the finish is utmost important. The ease of working is important because I do a lot of work, so they're easy to work, easy to use.
Yeah.
And you want the right tool for the job. If you want to do a good job, you want the right tool for the job, and it just makes your life so much easier.
It really does. I'm trying to show you every single angle, because so you can get. Would you use these with your wire? Would you use them with your beading?
I use them with my wire. If I'm just sort of doing general beading, if you've got a head pin, you want to cut a head pin. So just for general jewellery making, for me they're a must. And essential as well for the wire work, but across all
different
genres,
mediums, and genres. Absolutely. Well, I bought my mother these when she started doing. They call it crafty makers. Crafty makers. My mum goes to, I think, once a week. She goes to a once a week event. And with some of her friends from WI who sell their jewellery, and I bought my mum some of these tools and she used them, and the reason for that is because my mum's got dexterity issues, so in her one hand she's got arthritis in her one hand, she won't mind me telling you that, but so use of wear and them being comfortable is an essential for my mum. So bead-along, it's kind of like your supercar of your tools, isn't it? They are regarded, like Xuron as well, they are regarded as some of the finest in the industry. Now, they've been given to us this morning by Hannah Oxbury, and she said, Eleanor, always very popular, great gifts, and many of our designers choose not just to have one, but even have two of them, maybe in your travel bag if you want to alternate. Wish I'd brought these before now. They are brilliant, says Miss Marie. Susan in Aberdeen just says, these are wonderful, highly recommended. You can really feel the quality, can't you?
You can feel the quality, and as the last viewer said, I wish I'd got these a long time ago.
I bet.
I mean, I only got these when JM started stocking them.
Really?
And the difference that it makes to your jewellery making is phenomenal.
I can see that. Because you want to be able to be creating jewellery and busying away for as long as you want. You don't want the pain in your hand or something like that to be to prevent you from creating. No. Susan has said these are wonderful. They make wire trimming so easy and clean to cut. So going back to what you said, Jan, it's that flush finish.
It is. And if you're making jump rings and things as well, you want that flush finish to a jump ring, and you're able to do that with these.
Absolutely. So. Kay has said, excellent tool, just like it was advertised. So, well, can't say any fairer than that, and that's exactly what we look for. We've got probably hundreds of reviews on this tool, so if you want to have a look on FIFO, feel free. Julie in Northamptonshire has taken her own time to say absolutely love it. Creates a professional looking clean finish and reduces sharp edges. Well worth the investment, and that's a really good word to use, the investment, because I suppose to me, if you were to say, Eleanor, a tool or a gemstone, what would you buy? Well, I would say gemstone, but tools, I know if you'd have spoken to Hannah Roxbury, who's a very talented jewellery maker, she gets really excited about tools.
I think as jewellery makers we do, and as crafters we do, because it's the tools of your trade. Yeah. It allows you to do the job that you do with sort of ease and comfort. Yeah. And that's really important. If you do a lot of jewellery maker, jewellery making, you want to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
So having the best tools that you possibly can is
and
really
once
important.
you've got them, you've got them, haven't
and they
you?
are an investment, you know, as the review said, they are an investment and they're going to last you. I mean, I've had these for ages and ages and they're just perfect.
And they look good as new.
Yep.
Still look good as new, not damaged. You can see there's a sharpness to the edges. Always hugely popular, always a hot seller for us here at Jewellery Maker. It's one of the few products, not just tools, but products that we actually buy in from a different company, essentially, because we haven't tried to compete. Essentially, we've said, look, Beadalon create amazing flush cutters. We can bring them to our customers because we do sell quantity as well in one time. So we source it from Beadalon directly. We'll bring it to you at a super competitive price tag. So I know that if you were to go online at different retailers, and you know this as well, many of our jewellery makers always comment, that they are sold at a much higher premium elsewhere. I use mine every day in my hand now, and that comes from guest designer Jem in Oxfordshire. Well, you can't say fairer than that, can you? If our guest designers are choosing to use these and use them every single day, I mean, that says it all to me. Yeah, without shadow of a doubt. We know that we could bring them to you at the price tag that other retailers do for your Beadalon flush cutter pliers. However, that's not what we're about here at Jewellery Maker. We've got quantity, always very, very popular. So other retailers I know will sell this very product at a much higher price. Yeah. Much higher price.
They're brilliant. They're just, for me,
have you got a little bit of wire there, so I can just, maybe a thick gauge wire, so I can just...
What have we got there? That's a 1 mil.
They are 1 millimetre wide.
They will cut up to a 2 mil.
Will they? They'll go through the 2 millimetre.
It's a maximum cut of 2 mil.
So I'm just going to do this live on air. So I want to have a nice clean finish. Gosh, you can really feel the actual sharpness of the edges, can't you?
If you turn it... Yeah, come on.
That way? Which way did you want me to turn it?
I meant turn the actual pliers around because you can see the inner...
There?
That way round.
Am I holding the wrong way? Okay, there we go. That way?
Do you want me to hold it just so it doesn't ping?
Yes. Let's create that.
See how easy that is to cut?
Yes. Could I do an angle?
Yeah.
That's going to ping.
Oh, no,
yes, it has literally created. Can you see that?
Which, that is great for if you're doing if you're making brooches and you want to make your own brooch back, it gives you that, you can cut that angle to make that sort of sharp point that you'll need.
Can you see that? Just there, can you see that angle? $29.95. Good luck to every single one of you. There you go. Absolute precision edge there, haven't you? It has created that sort of needle-like. Yeah, amazing.
But how easily it cuts through as well.
Straight through.
Yeah.
Straight through, no problem. Okay, you need to move on in the essence of time. Now this will look amazing with the kit that you have just seen. We'll put the kit at the bottom of the screen, so your zari threads, the beautiful gemstones, your pyrite, your garnet, your clear quartz, and all of those zari cords. Look at this, you've got black spinel.
That's lush, isn't it?
I want this just restranded.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh,
it's beautiful. It's beyond beautiful.
1 metre of. I'd wear this like so.
Oh, look at the sparkle on it.
A necklace and a matching bracelet, and maybe even an anklet as well for 1 metre. You could, couldn't you? You could do all of the above. Look at the lustre, that paparazzi flash. And that's not from brilliance. Spinel is, well, black spinel I should say, because you can get spinel of various different colours where you will see clarity and you will see internal brilliance. With your black spinel, given the fact that it is that very definite black, it's all about the light performing across the facets on the external angles, if you like, of the gemstones. Look at the quality of that spinel. 1 metre of your gold-plated 925 sterling silver chain, 10 carats of faceted rondelles, and they're 2 by 1 millimetre. I mean, it would take hours upon hours upon hours to actually commission this chain. If you're a patient person, then, you know, well, fill your boots, essentially, but and you'd have to be a very, very, very precise jewellery maker. Kim, you make jewellery, my darling, don't you? You do. Do you fancy making me a necklace like this? No? She says, I love you, but no.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't either?
No, I wouldn't sit and... but why would you, when you can buy it, it's already done for you?
Well, hang on a minute. I'm just a bit put out that none of you would spend your time making me... I'm joking. Why would you? Why would you? I mean, firstly, would you be able to, and I'm not being, you know, derogatory to your jewellery making skills, but would you be able to get it as precise? It would take ages,
It'd
wouldn't
take
it?
And to get that consistency all the way through it would be, you know, it's going to be a feat, isn't it?
Would it be wasteful, given the fact that this is sterling silver?
Because you've got a metre there, so you're going to need in excess of that in the silver wire, aren't you? So, because you're going to be cutting off all those little bits. So
Guest designer Gem, I think, should need 3 metres of the gold-plated sterling silver
Yeah.
to actually make.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost a bit in its own right, isn't it? And of course your time, which is invaluable, and of course your genuine gemstones. So I would just simply add gold-plated sterling silver, bolt ring or lobster claw, and wear it as it is. I'd love one as an anklet. I would absolutely adore one as an anklet. I think it would look amazing around the ankle and the wristline. Well, look, I'd wear it in so many different levels. Wear it as earrings too. Super affordability. It's a 1 metre length. Don't be surprised if many choose to multi-buying this. It's the first time I've seen it in black spinel, because we've had it in sunstone, we've had it in moonstone, we've had it in labradorite. Have you got a labradorite one, Kim, did you say? Yeah, I've seen it in other gemstones. First time I'm seeing it in your spinel. That black and gold decadence, perfect for the forthcoming season, great for the kit that you have just seen. Can create the most simple pieces of jewellery, but yet it's not simple, is it? You know, it's exceedingly intricate. Coming your way at an affordable price tag. Please do remember that this is sterling silver, and of course you have your gold plating over the top of that, and you just literally would snip a length, add your bolt ring,
job done.
Add your clasp, job done.
Yeah, for me, I'd either be a necklace, bracelet, and earring set, and a bit left over.
For me, I would go necklace, bracelet, anklet.
Yeah. See, that gives you options, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what it would be for me, because I love an anklet. Let's bring that price tag onto your screen. $14.95.
Oh, wow.
Look at the length. Look at the length.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you could get 2 necklaces and a bracelet from that length, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, you
if
could.
You wanted to. So I'd probably get 2 of them, to be
well,
honest.
yeah, 2 of those,
now.
and you've got 2 necklaces at least. Well,
Yeah.
1 metre will do 2 necklaces, won't it?
Yeah.
1 metre, and then you've got all the options with that other metre to do bracelets, earrings,
Yeah.
whatever you wanted, really. £14.95. Very, very popular. Good luck to every single one of you. Stay where you are on those phone lines. I know, Jan, you're going to be getting this after, aren't you?
I just started the tapping then when you said
She's doing. Are you doing the dancey feet?
I am, yeah. Sorry.
You are. No, you are funny. You are funny. We have got coming your way. It's time for us to do dancey feet with your incredible creations, because that's what gets us excited. Yeah, I'll do do the Leonard dance. This is what he does. Dances around, dances around. Yeah, it's time for the Wall of Fame. Ah, Wall of Fame.
I love this bit.
I do as well. I love it too. And Jan has just said there in the short break, "Is your dog called Leonard?" I went, "Yes, this is my other half." I took him to the vets the other day, and they were all laughing at his name.
Oh,
Because they were like, "Oh, he does look like a Leonard too."
Oh.
He does look like he does. He's really cute.
I love my dog.
He's got to have a doggy.
Oh, God.
Got to have a doggy. Now, look at this for a beautiful suite of jewellery.
I recognise that.
Do you? Do you think you know who it's from? 224 comes from Kath, and she doesn't say where she's from, but I see what you mean. She's gained her inspiration from you, hasn't she, my lovely? Hi everyone, this is this week's entry to the Wall of Fame. Loving the new show format. My design is based on Janet Dyer's Dwyer bracelet to ring. Mine went wrong, lol. It was too big. Well, it doesn't look like it to me. I contacted Jan through the book of Faces, and she advised me to put a chain on on it. Can't thank her enough for the show. Best medicine around for me. Please excuse the background as I'm paralysed from the waist down and in bed most of the time. I used a package wrapper also from JM that another order came in. Love to all at JM and good luck to all, and that's from Kath. Kath, absolutely beautiful, and to me there's nothing wrong with your background, my darling. It's showing off your jewellery.
Beautiful, doesn't it?
Showing off that wonderful organic shape. Love that. So you encouraged using the actual chain itself.
Yeah, Kathy's such a lovely lady, and she sort of made the centrepiece, but then it was too big for a wrist, so between us we came up with the idea of turning it into a pendant.
Why not?
To a necklace.
Why not? Good luck.
Well
You're 224, my darling.
And this is 223. Oh, look at this. 223, and this is from Shirley. And Shirley says, here's my entry to this week's Wall of Fame. It was inspired by Alison Tarry's DI on the Christmas Angel. It was my first attempt at doing anything like this, and I'm really pleased with the result, and so you should be. It's beautiful. All the wire and gems were of course bought from JM. Loving the show, and that's from Shirley. Shirley, that is beautiful. I'd love to hang that on my tree.
And me, I can imagine her sat there, and I love all her cascades of curls.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
She's got real character, hasn't she?
She has, yeah, she has. 223. Now I've got number 225, two gorgeous wirework pendants. Look at all you talented wire workers. And this comes from Jill Boyce in Croydon. Hello to you, Jill. Hi everyone at JM. I'm loving working with cabochons and wire, although I need to perfect my technique a little. I don't think so. I see other people's work and think, wow, wish I could do that, but I am getting there. This is my entry to this week's Wall of Fame, one of many that I have done with different cabochons. This is agate and gold-plated wire on satin cord showing the front and the back. I always think that the back should be just as good as the front, which is why I try and make a feature of that too. Hope you like it. Well, the fact that I thought they were two different pendants speaks volumes there, Jill. Good luck to all of the waffers out there, but especially me. I could really do with a win so I can keep adding to my goodies, although I think my husband is getting a little suspicious about the amount of stuff that I have. It seems to be breeding. Keep up the good work. You always keep me thoroughly entertained when I get a chance to watch. As soon as I'm indoors, leaves the room and I switch over. Him indoors, sorry, I beg your pardon. Him indoors, leaves the room, I switch over. Then again, it is payback, as when I leave the room, he puts on sports news. And that's from Jill Boyce in Croydon. Well done, Jill. And good luck to you, my darling. Keep on working with those cabochons and wire work. It is your forte.
And this is 226, and this beautiful selection of bracelets. And this is from Sue in Stoke-on-Trent. And Sue says, this is my entry to the Wall of Fame. 2 angel bracelets made from rutilated quartz and blue agate. One has already gone to somebody who's had some sad news. The other bracelet is my favourite, Sunstone, made for my sister for Christmas. Good luck to all in the draw, and that's from Sue. Sue, they are beautiful. And yeah, just stunning, aren't they?
Really stunning, and what a lovely gift. What
Yeah.
a lovely gesture
Beautiful.
that was, my darling. Last but by no means least, 227 is a wonderful suite of jewellery, and I'm assuming, given the quality of these gemstones and the craftsmanship, that they are sterling silver. And it comes from Ron and Sue Baker. Hi, just one of many items Sue made last week. Silver bezel, black spinel and pearl set. Great to be able to get to show on Freeview TV on the red button now. Good luck to all in the draw, and that's from Ron and Sue Baker. Good luck to you, Ronald, and good luck to you, Sue, and keep those beautiful pieces coming in. Oh yes, the wonderful pearl just accenting works wonderfully with your spinel, doesn't it? Now, don't forget, I have got coming your way amazing presenters picks, including a dazzling duo of sapphire. Deliberately, I've been giving you a little bit of a preview, I suppose, throughout the course of the show so far. That's coming up, so not long to wait. Make sure you do stay tuned. But I've also got a high-end gemstone to another. How about one of the most valuable gemstones on the planet? That is, of course, your emerald. A double strand opportunity with all of that richness of colour. If you were thinking, how do I enter into the Wall of Fame, and the chance of actually being credited to your account with some JM monies to play with, well, it's as simple as this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Sapphire is an incredibly important gemstone. It actually comes in a vast array of colours. I think commercially we always think of gemstones like sapphire as being blue, but it is available in pinks, yellows, greens, purples, and even vibrant tones such as orange. Sapphire itself is the birthstone for September, making it a really beautiful, unique gift if you want to personalise your collection. It's also 9 Mohs on the hardness scale, which means it's incredibly durable if you want to wear your jewellery pieces every day. Sapphire has been revered since ancient times for its beauty and its lustre. It's been used from the Middle Ages right through to modern day. Today's modern day piece in sapphire, which captures the nation's imagination, would be the engagement ring given to Princess Diana. That ring is now being worn by Kate Middleton, and we have seen a surge in people buying sapphire as the ultimate love gift.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Emerald is a member of the beryl family. It's one of the only gemstone families named for its chemical composition, beryllium, aluminium, silicate. Emeralds often display three-phase inclusions, and these can include a liquid-filled cavity, which can sometimes have either a little gas bubble or even a crystal, and it's really interesting to see in the case of emerald, because as you turn the stone, the elements within the inclusions can actually move as well. The finest examples of emerald do come from Colombia still, and there's quite an array of colours in the different tones of green. Other localities for emerald include Pakistan and Namibia.
For those of you that have been with this family-run business for any length of time, that shop with Jewellery Maker or our sister channels may well have heard our, I guess, slogan. It's not a marketing slogan, but it is something that we absolutely believe. Live your legacy. The reason why we say that is because we truly understand that gemstones are not just something pretty. I mean, obviously that's our instant draw, but something which as an acquisition, once you have into your stash or into your collection, that is without shadow of a doubt going to be a purchase that you will always regard with value. I'm not allowed to say that any gemstone is an investment because I'm not a financial advisor. Believe me, I'm rubbish at maths. You would not want me in charge of your bank balance. However, what I can suggest is that just recently, well, in fact, no, over hundreds of years, have gemstones, let me ask you this question, are gemstones becoming less valuable? Are sapphires or diamonds or rubies or emeralds becoming more available, more undesired, I suppose? Are they becoming cheap? Of course not. Quite the opposite. Given the fact that quality gemstones, quality strands like this are, you know, with regards to our marketing slogan, is legacy opportunities. Once you get these home, once they are in your grasp and within your families, it's not just our enjoyment, but within our family's collection, they are what we call heirloom pieces. I mean, you think about gifting sapphire, it's something that I would never nearly have entertained many moons ago. Now, thanks to Jewellery Maker, thanks to Gems TV, our sister channels, we make those opportunities possible, and I for one am exceedingly grateful. I own sapphire pieces of amazing carat weights which I'd never have ever entertained previously before. Let's talk about the quality of this strand. Why am I saying that these are legacy? Because yes, you've seen sapphire before. You've seen sapphire even at £10 previously before, but there is a vast difference between one sapphire and another. There is some of the world's finest and most valuable sapphire, like what you heard Hannah Roxbury referring to, maybe the royal engagement ring, maybe pieces Elizabeth Taylor has been pictured in, certainly Hollywood icons around the world, royally adorned, we know that. This is a gemstone which can command astronomical prices, but it also can be offered at super affordable price tag, and that is because it has a very broad selection of quality. I have absolutely no hesitation, no if, buts or maybes in suggesting that the Decadent Duo is two opportunities of some of the finest quality sapphire that you could possibly purchase from us here at Jewellery Maker. Yes, you've got that intensity of colour. Yes, you've got that performance of brilliance because it's not so heavily included that it's actually obscuring the light internally. Are you going to see pleochroism? Absolutely. Sapphire is one of the most pleochroic gemstones out there. We think about all the different colours that it offers, but it will also offer those secondary tones under differing angles. But probably the most regarded, probably the most desired of all sapphires would be this very stereotypical, very classic sapphire blue that's on your screen right now. Yes, it's going to be slightly more considered than maybe sapphire that you might have seen in its nugget formation, but there is a vast difference between one sapphire and exceptional quality sapphire, and I don't mind sticking my neck out and saying to you, you will be overwhelmed when you get this home. Looks incredible on your screen, looks even more incredible in person, in the hand. You've heard guest designer Jan referring to it throughout the course of the morning, and you've done that quite a few times, Jan, haven't you? Why? Because it's incredible quality. How many sapphires have you worked with? How many sapphire strands do you see, Jan? Not that many. Not that many? No. Especially not like this? No, because they are just stunning. As soon as I came in today, I was instantly drawn to it. It's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, is there any sapphire on this strand? And really trace it round, the entirety, and I want you to do this. Can you see a single area where the sapphire is lacking in its colour? Let me hold this out for you as well. I'll hold them out next to one another. Are you seeing a single sapphire that is lacking in its colour? Are you seeing a single sapphire that is not demonstrating brilliance? Are you seeing a single sapphire which is so tiny that you're going to find it really difficult to thread onto any findings? No, because they're all sizable, aren't they? 2 strands of 20 carats, so you've got 40 carats in total. 40 carats of top quality sapphire. This, my personal recommendation to you, is one that you simply must have valued and appraised. If you don't want to actually invest in that, then make some calls, make some acquaintances, shall we say, with the local jewellers. Tell them what you do. They'll probably love the fact that you're showing them their pieces of jewellery. Ask them what would you expect this to retail at in your establishment. I don't know of a single jeweller. I certainly would have done exactly the same. If you'd have asked me, I'd have told you what I believed it would have been actually retailed at. I'm not allowed to do that live on air, but if you message me personally directly, then I can probably give you my personal suggestions. I think I'll have to double check on that. I don't want to get myself into trouble because I'm not actually qualified to give valuations, but every bone in my body is telling me high end sapphire. Have you got the colour? Yes, 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 yes. Have you got the brilliance? Without shadow of a doubt. Have you got the clarity? Yes. Have you got the carat weight? Yes. Have you got the quality of cut? The 4 C's essentially is all there. 40 carats for you in your decadent duo. And this morning, you can hear in my voice how excited I am. Quality sapphire, 2 strands. I would have expected the one to have been above that price tag. For 2 strands, you're not even investing £35. That's right, isn't it? Sorry, £40. £40 per, $39.97 per strand of top quality sapphire. I mean, this is something that you would use very, very sparingly, I'd imagine.
They're just stunning, aren't they? I'd be getting these if I was at home.
Would you be buying these for you?
I would definitely, and that's hand on heart, I would be buying these because everybody knows I love pearls. And yeah. I've got a stash of pearls that I just bathe in sometimes because they're just so beautiful. And for me, instantly, that's for me. That with white pearls just looks stunning.
This with white pearls. Classic. You went, I mean, we were all here in the studio, and prior to us coming live this morning, Jan, you stepped down into the studio and you were like a moth to a flame, weren't you?
Yeah.
Straight away, you came directly to these sapphires, not even the pearls.
No, because, but what I did, I stood there and saw the sapphires and then saw the pearls over the desk. And I did say to Kimber, that for me, that's it. That's what I'd be getting. I'll be getting the sapphires and I'll be getting the pearls.
Would this be your morning purchase, this and the pearls?
Yeah, for definite. I mean, those are guaranteed. There'd probably be others as well, but guaranteed would be those 2.
And they're going to go an awful long way, aren't they? I mean, to any guest designers who are watching right now, if you're looking for my personal recommendation of sapphire strands, here it is.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, Jan?
Definitely, because they are absolutely stunning. And
that's
to get
the exact colour that you want of blue.
Perfect, absolutely perfect. And to get, well, they're just beautiful.
Perfect.
That's stunning.
Perfect colour, perfect carat weight, perfect cut, perfect well, it's just amazing. You can see internal brilliance. I do genuinely believe that's some of the finest sapphire that we've brought you on your screen. So amazing. Well done to all of the, and I'm not just going to say jewellery makers, connoisseurs that got hold of that, because that's just a huge addition to your collection. Now, how do we top that? How about if we bring you, I don't know if we can top it, so I tell you what we'll do, we'll match it. We'll match some of the finest quality sapphire with some of the finest quality emerald. Emerald is a type 3 gemstone, so never ever ever be deterred by internal inclusions, because with an emerald, it's actually part of their character, part of the appeal. But if you get emeralds that have got minimal inclusions and still have that intensity of colour, my goodness, that is a big, big, big tick in the gemstone world. Ultimately, if you were to ask me, because emerald can confuse many jewellers, or many buyers rather, ultimately this gemstone, type 3, inclusions aren't necessarily a negative. Ask me the question, would a heavily included emerald with intensity of colour be more valuable to an emerald which has got clarity with less intensity of colour? Which one do you think would be more valuable? If you're saying it's the one with clarity and less colour, you'd be wrong. It's actually the one with the inclusions and the intensity of colour. That is the most important thing. The colour, the vibrancy, how vivacious, how bold, how saturated, how much of an internal glow the emeralds actually have. And they've certainly got that. There is no denying that this is that perfect emerald green. Comes from Brazil. They're not slightly green. They're not sort of a sage colour. They're not so dark that they're almost bordering on a sort of evergreen colour. These are most definitely emerald green that you would see on a Pantone chart, and they've got that internal glow. They've got that wonderful characteristics, if you like, internal inclusions, which are not deterring that glow and allowing it to really radiate from the inside out. A luxury duo, two very, very, very high-end bundles back to back, two incredible presenters picks, and it's a huge privilege for me to be able to bring them to you this morning. Again, restrand it, keep it simple with your sterling silver findings, which we've got an amazing bundle coming up later on. In fact, you could create with the two bundles of sterling silver we've got coming up later on, this bundle, create masses of jewellery, emerald jewellery that you could go on to sell onto even, you know, the auction sites. How much could you sell a pair of emerald earrings for with sterling silver?
And again, you know, for me, these would be another one of my guaranteed purchases today.
So, Jan, you're saying the pearl strand earlier,
yeah,
and the sterling silver findings.
Yeah, for me, and then you're good to go, aren't you? Imagine the amount of high-end quality jewellery that you're going to produce with that. You know, with the sterling silver, there's such a lot to it, and then you've got those beautiful sapphires, emeralds, and pearls. You know, it doesn't get any better than that.
No, it really doesn't. What a huge privilege it would be to work with it as well. Sarah in Sussex says JM's Rondell emeralds look lovely nestling between pearl buttons. They do. So you've got the same sentiment as Jan there. There's the pearls that Jan was actually referring to. This is coming your way at an amazing deal. Diane and Claire in Cumbria, congratulations to you getting involved. That's the pearl strand that Jan was referring to. So they would look perfectly nestled in there, wouldn't they? They're glorious with the green. They soften the green ever somewhat, don't they? Good luck though, because already web bidders are checking out. I can see all the telephone bidders there, poised and waiting to pounce. You are getting the two strands. You've got 30 carats.
Ooh. Didn't expect that.
I was expecting this to be the same as the sapphire. How, Kim? How have you done this at... Is that what my sheet says? Oh, that's why then. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't say that, Elle. £20 for 15 carats of quality emerald. And can I just point out, this is natural. If you think the O is a treatment, it's oiling. Oil is not actually classified as an industry standard treatment. It's just literally assisting with the buffing of the gemstone, the polishing of the gemstone. It's not actually alternating the internal characteristics of the gem. So this is natural emerald. Gorgeous colour. Is it heavily included? No, absolutely not. Has it got the intensity of saturation that emerald aspires to be? 110%. And certainly affordable. Philippa, Yaneth, Lynn, Claire at Oxfordshire, Yorkshire, congratulations to you buyers, you're there as well. If you can get hold of this, do it. If you've got a spare £40, my goodness, you've just made an amazing acquisition this Friday morning. Moving on to... should we stick with our sapphire? I love, love, love this. I've never seen pink sapphire like it before. A double strand. Have you seen this, Jan?
I haven't. I didn't see that
You've
one.
got multicoloured sapphire, because sapphire does come in an array of colours. You get blues like you've just seen, you get gorgeous pinks, and I'm definitely got orange tones, so very reminiscent of your Papradacha sapphire. I'm not saying it is Papradacha, but you've definitely got similarities. You've got gorgeous salon blues. You've got wonderful, wonderful emeralds within as well. Your sapphire stunners, and then you've got natural graduated nuggets here, rough nuggets, and these are natural, aren't they? That wonderful formation. They're not treated, they're not Fisher filled. These are totally and utterly natural, and that is the appeal to me. The rondelles, sorry, I beg your pardon, it's the rondelles which are natural. Totally and utterly natural. These have not been Fisher filled or faceted or heat treated. The pink have been ever so slightly heated, so that's minimal really in terms of a heat treatment. And 95% of the world's gemstones will have actually undergone some treatment. However, very, very rare to get sapphires which are totally natural. It includes 100 carats, 100 carats of, I'm just trying to work that out, of the pink, and then you've got, because I can't quite see it on my screen, Kim, how much have I got of the multicoloured sapphire? 20 carats of your faceted rondelles, which bring you, in my eyes, there's definite ruby reds there, so you might actually agree that, and it is all down to personal opinion. Are they sapphires or are they rubies? It's just down to the depth of colour. Me personally, and I'm sure Hannah Oxbury would agree, they're more your ruby reds. But opportunities to acquire a good few out of the big 5 here. EYGC96 is your item code. Kim has preempted, said to me, Elle, I am going to do something absolutely crazy with natural sapphire. Double strands, you haven't got to choose, you are getting both for £20.
So you know that essential list, that definite list that I had, it's just grown, just grown again. That's just amazing.
Jan.
Beautiful. Wow.
You know that seat?
Yeah.
You might need to go and sit on it.
Oh, what's she going to do?
You know, yeah, it's been added to your list. Stop permitting. How many have we got available of these? We did have 52. I don't think you're going to get this, my darling. There were 52, and we're not stopping at 19.99.
Oh.
I almost feel like I should hide.
Oh, what's that? She's started.
Oh, Janet, are you all right there, darling?
Yeah,
Put the tools
fine.
down.
I'll put the tools down.
Put the tools down. You were stabbing your beading board then, weren't you?
I saw myself doing that then.
You would.
Oh.
That's £7.50 per strand of sapphire.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Please tell me you've got a triple figure quantity. No, 52. Half the stock is gone. Sorry, Jan. I'm ever so sorry.
And what I would have done with those...
I like the fact that you're talking in past tense.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
You're not even fooling yourself.
No.
Yeah, good.
You know, you've got to think, got to be in the real world, haven't we? But
yes.
Because you've got that multicolour there, I've got lots of pearls, so I've got lots of odd pairs of pearls. I try to keep them in pairs so that I can make earrings. And for me, that would be a strand. I would sit down with the pearls that I've got and make as many pairs of earrings as that strand would allow me to do.
£7.50.
And I wouldn't be selling them.
Multi-buying. It would be absurd if we if I don't see some. Do you know what? It would be absurd if we haven't got. If this doesn't, it will sell out. It's almost gone. Yeah, thought so. When have we ever brought you faceted sapphire, natural sapphire at £7.50?
No.
Who's just asking you what you're doing? Everybody, Kim says. I know. It's a fair question.
Well done, Kimber.
It's gone now. It's gone now. Box number 11. Oh yes, I have it. Ah. So much I can't hold it. This is Kim's favourite bundle of the show so far. I can't even hold it all. You've got all the different sizes. Magnesite is just, to me, a gemstone which isn't used nearly enough. That said, I saw a picture the other day, and if my memory serves me correctly, it was Chanel. It might have been one of the other big designers like Tiffany's or Van Cleef & Arpels, but I'm pretty sure it was Chanel that have commissioned a suite of jewellery with these beautiful, beautiful colours. And I'm surprised it hasn't been used more frequently, and there is a big prominence of your turquoise blues and your magnesite just lately. If you love Sleeping Beauty turquoise, which is from Arizona, and there is rumours that it's no longer in production. Magnesite is a fantastic alternative. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands in total, all different sizes. You've got 8mm, 12mm, 10mm, 14mm, another 12mm, and another 8mm. Have I got that right? 14, 12, 10mm, 14, 2 12, a 10 and 2 8. Yes, I did say that right. Just a little bit the long way round, basically. 6 strands, and I can't quite add the carat weight because my graphics, my call screen has just gone a little bit to the left. So we'll just get that sort of rectified, and then I can tell you roughly what the carat weight is. Beautiful blues, but you can certainly see that it is a 4-figure carat weight, can't you?
Well, look at them. They're gorgeous, aren't they? My sister loves magnesite.
I do as well.
Loves it. And in that colour, she would love it. So if there's any, I'll get that for her because she would love it.
What would you create with it then, Jam? Do you mix and match all the different shapes, everything?
You do all the different sizes. You could do a really beautiful weave with them because you've got the different sizes. But just the larger ones in a necklace would look stunning on their own, wouldn't they? They're just beautiful.
Or with your pearls again, going back
pearls.
to, looks amazing with pearls, this gemstone, just one of those on one of the big strands, or maybe some of your zari thread. You know, you created that sort of domed effect, just one of them nestled in there.
That's right, you could sort of do that dome around one of the larger pearls. You can make rings with them, they make great rings.
Oh, gorgeous.
You could channel set them into some gold wire, they'd look lovely like that with the gold either side of them.
I love magnesite. I totally I'm with your sister on it as well. Yeah. And this is Kim's favourite bundle of the day. She says, "Look at all of these gorgeous gemstones. Would you wear it like this, Kim? Do you want me to do it? Do you want me to just? Are you haphazard around the neckline? I like that. You know, let loose. Don't you're thinking just let your hair down. Look at these. Oh, I do the same every time, don't I?
Beautiful though, aren't they?
Oh, it really is. And how amazing is that going to feel on the décolletage?
Because the thing is, you can make them as individual necklaces, but then wear them all together.
True, you can
so you've got
layer
that
them up.
look, so you've got the options then, haven't you?
I like that idea.
So instead of layering up your bracelets, layer up your necklaces.
So yeah, put them on, just keep on adding them. Like I do that with my pearls all the time.
Yeah.
Layer up my pearls. So yeah, layer up your magnesite, your beautiful blues. Absolutely, absolutely breathtaking. Didn't mean to bang my mic. There's just so many gemstones I can't actually physically hold them all. Let's bring that price tag in. Magnesite, a fantastic alternative to your turquoise. You get that gorgeous matrix formation across the front, and it's coming away at a super affordable price. I can see why Kim is saying it's her favourite, but also for a 4-figured carat weight, for £20, $19.95. 4-figured carat weight, not done at $19.95. How many strands are here? That's 6. 6 divided by £2.50 per strand.
Crazy.
For the second time today, we're bringing £2.50 gemstone
And if you
strands.
just restranded those as a necklace, that means you've got a necklace for £2.50.
Yeah.
All you've got to do is add a clasp to it.
Which is pennies.
So you've got potentially there 6 necklaces at £2.50 each necklace.
How much would you sell one magnesite necklace for?
Yeah, well, you'd sell it for more than the price of all of them together, wouldn't you?
100%.
Yeah, so, yeah.
100%. When I was, Claire's going to laugh at this because she's like, oh, you're still talking about it. When I was over in Egypt, they did have pieces of magnesite jewellery in the hotel jewellers. And in Egypt, where you do get yourself a good bargain of genuine gemstones and things like that. You have to be careful where you're buying it from and know what you're looking for, but they were certainly higher price tags than that. And I was talking to the actual chap, the jeweller there, at his establishment, and I was saying, yeah, you know, I can get gemstones like pearls, like your magnesite for less than what you're actually selling them for. So I didn't buy anything from over there. The only thing I actually bought was an anklet. because I really like the anklet, just because it was really pretty. Yeah, I could have probably made it, but I wanted to wear it then and there, so it's the only thing I actually bought. But it's a gemstone which is featured heavily in jewellery. Now it's pretty much sold out, so well done. I can see all of the names there. 6 strands, £2.50 a strand, essentially. How beautiful is that going to look in just a bowl? I'd wear that. I mean, you could have it as decorations, couldn't you? Moving on to box number 6. Ah. Onyx. Is it not? Look at the colour. Oh, look at these. Pretty. Was that Ben then? So going, ooh. Is it Les? Where's? Les. 7. Who's Les? Anyway, we've got Les and we've got Wes. Wes? What did you say, lovely? Oh, you did it. Ooh. Might have to carry on calling you Les now. Is it your mum's middle name? Leslie. Look at those gorgeous greens. Malachite, Amazonite, and of course your Unakite. Wow, the Amazonite is so totally different to the Amazonite strand that we saw earlier on.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Really lovely tone to it, isn't it?
Yeah, this is definite green Amazonite, isn't it? Whereas the one earlier on was definite blue.
Yeah.
Just showing you that gemstones come in different colours as well. You've got beautiful, beautiful Unakite within, and Malachite, which is a natural gemstone. That the central strand that I've got on the back of my hand here is your Malachite, and it's got gorgeous banding, wonderful formations, and that colour is not impregnated, it's not dyed. That's actually how it forms. So I mean, for the Malachite alone, for the Amazonite alone, I'm really excited by these 2 strands. That colour right there,
beautiful, and high-end strands, you know.
This
absolutely beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the Malachite alone is one of your most popular gemstones, and to me, it's a great alternative to some of the finest emeralds. To me, do you agree with that?
Definitely.
It's got that definite emerald colour.
Yeah. But you've got that interest of the banding as well.
Yeah, I was about to say
lovely.
that. Yeah, with the actual added bonus of the banding. But look how gorgeously it lifts this beautiful bundle. Maybe this alongside some of the golds that we had earlier on in your kit. Maybe this with some of the sterling silver findings that we've got coming up later on. Any of these gemstones, to be honest, haven't seen Unakite in I don't know how long. Haven't seen Amazonite in that green colour. Earlier on, we had a blue. If I can just quickly pick that up, and I'll show it to you. There's a massive difference between the 2 bundles in terms of the colour, and I'm desperately trying to show you as quickly as I can. Look at the difference. Big difference, isn't there? So this was the bundle earlier on. Beautiful, but more of a bluish tone. The definite greens, same gemstone, Amazonite, but just showing you the different colours that it can come in. And I love that emerald green. Amazonite is a gemstone I always rave about, and always when I see pieces, it really makes my ears pick up and get excited about. Down in the Jungle, this is called.
It's aptly named, isn't it? Because it reminds you of that, doesn't it? It reminds you of trees.
It does, yeah.
Woodlands and that sort of thing.
Tropical. Yeah, you can really imagine that jungle-like environment, can't you? Now, Kim says, I was going to do this. How about, hang on, I'm going to take those out there and just say, how about this is just this, 1 strand, your Malachite, $7.95. You would say that's amazing, wouldn't you? For a double strand of Malachite. You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, for definitely.
Just for that 1 strand. You're not just getting that 1 strand. You're also having, just to recap, if I may, Amazonite, double strand of Amazonite, double strand of the Unakite, And guess what? Another strand of your Unikite. So many new callers have just jumped on the phone line. £7.95 for essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The reason why I'm saying 8 is 4 because it's 360 degrees, so I'm counting it as 2. But they do go such a long way. Don't be afraid of these shapes. Organic. To me, they're actually the easiest shape to work with, really.
They are, because they'll go into any design as well, won't they?
Yeah.
You need to put 5 of them onto a head pin, you've got a beautiful pair of earrings, haven't you?
Yeah.
And Unikite...
Thread it onto clear elastic.
Yeah, yeah, and you
stretch your bracelet.
Perfect. But the Unikite, we don't see that very often. But I love it, the green and the pink together. I think they're beautiful.
It's like a sort of rose garden type.
Yes.
It reminds me of like a very stereotypically English cottage, doesn't it? You know, with the rose over the front door. That's what it reminds me of. The malachite is what is exciting me, and it's not often that I would, you know, deviate from your Amazonite as a gemstone. Cheshire, Surrey, Berkshire, hello to you, Buckinghamshire, Wiltshire, Yorkshire, Merseyside. Sorry, I can't see all of your names. There's something wrong with our graphics at the moment. But do check out as soon as you can. I can see loads of you there. We were going to be bringing it to you at £9.95. That was already incredible. What a wonderful programme today. I seriously want to buy everything.
And me.
And Jan. And me, by the way. What would you have bought so far? I'd have bought the blue bundle.
Yeah.
I'd have bought that. I'd have bought the magnesite just. I'd have bought the diopside pre-night and bought that bundle. I'd have bought the pearl bundle.
Yeah. I'm with you on
you'd have bought the white pearls.
Yeah. And then I'd have got the emeralds and the sapphires.
Emeralds and sapphires.
And the multicoloured sapphires.
And the what?
The multicoloured as well.
And the multicoloured, yeah.
And the sterling silver, which we haven't done yet.
And the sterling silver we haven't done yet. And the kit that we haven't done yet. What about the abalone?
Lovely,
Yeah. Oh, and the
Yes.
I want to buy it all as well. You're not alone in that. Well done to every single one of you. £7.95. Well, listen, we kind of assume that you will be tempted by multiple pieces. That's how we bring you the prices like this. Okay, moving on to box number 14. Now this ticks all the boxes in terms of, he's saying to me right now, I don't know why it's a he, could be a she, but saying, I will compliment every gemstone in your stash.
You can hear it now. It's not only me.
I don't.
I'm glad you said that, Elle. I feel much better now.
Kim says, is that how gemstones talk? Yeah, it is. They're crying. Sorry, I'm just having a little moment. They are. There isn't a box that they will not tick.
I mean, they've got all the colour in there. Like you say, it's going to go with everything.
I'm just thinking, okay, let's narrow this down, because I'm going to be here all day if I list all the gemstones. But let's go into seasons. Would this be good for the festive season?
Perfect.
Would this be good for spring?
Perfect.
Would this be good for summer?
Perfect.
Would this be good for autumn?
Perfect.
Perfect.
It is. It's perfect for every season, isn't it? Every season, every sort of design.
How about this then? Good for ladies?
Yeah, perfect.
Good for gents?
Yeah, just as perfect.
Well,
versatile.
I think my fella is most definitely a manly man.
Right.
He would 100% wear these.
Yeah.
And he wears stretchy bracelets. He's not afraid of wearing gemstones.
I think you could do that with those. They're perfect for
so
that, aren't
easy.
they? Yeah.
They've got that metal. And my other half's an engineer, so this has got quite a manly engineering type look to it, hasn't it? Given the shape. Love these. Your triple trouble, 360 degrees, restrand, simple and you're good to go. Your colour-coated hematite rondelles. They haven't got the faceting or the angles, so what I would probably refer to as normally your crown facets, they are more like plain wheels to me. Yeah. Can you see that? They're more of a plain wheel rather than a rondelle. They're 4x2 millimeters. And they're going to just take you through all of the different seasons. I mean, will they complement the emeralds that we brought you earlier on? Absolutely they match the emeralds that we brought you earlier on. Will they with your sapphires? Will they with the pearls that we saw? Oh, look at that, the sapphire with these. Aren't they gorgeous? What about the abalone that we saw earlier on? Would they complement that? 100%. In fact, I need to see a piece of jewellery that is commissioned with these. Don't you think?
But yeah, that's stunning together, isn't it? Because all the colours just sort of just blend. They're beautiful.
Oh, Kim. Look at that. Look at that for a combination. Did you just say I want? You need to say I would like, my mum would tell you now, Kim. Please may I have. You have to wait till at the end of the show because put the abalone at the end of at the bottom of the screen because I think there's a lot of you also thinking the same sentiments as us here in the studio. Good luck to each and every single one of you for 3 strands of your colour-coated hematite that is going to tick so many boxes, him and her, for all the different seasons. Not botches, boxes, that's what I meant to say. Should be paying £17.85. But this morning it is just £9.95. £9.95. £9.95. What, Kim? £7.95. I'd happily pay that for just one of these strands.
Yeah, and me. And that, honestly, yeah, I would. Because they're just great. And like you say, you put them in any gemstone, and you put it with the emeralds, and it brings out the greens in them. You put it with the sapphires, it'll bring out the blues. It's just... It
is matching any gemstone. I've just grabbed one of the strands from Jan's kit, which is coming up. I mean, does it work with amethyst? Yes. Yeah. Does it work with, will it work with your, let's think of another one, citrine? Absolutely. Yeah. Will it work with peridot? 110%. Would it work with your blue druzy earlier on? Yeah, absolutely. Would it work with your pearls? Exceptionally well. Would it work with tiger's eye? Anything. There isn't a gemstone that I can't think of that it won't work with.
And it's a great shape as well. So you could use it as a really nice space in between your gemstones. With that blue bundle that you had, the magnesite, it would look great to have that dot in between those. But they're just beautiful.
Do you know what I was just thinking? Because I made my other half a stretchy bracelet because I'm not a talented jewellery maker, and I don't mind saying that, but I will make stretchy bracelets. So I did, but I want to make a his and hers bracelet out of these.
That's
one
really
that I can wear, one that he can wear.
Yeah.
Because look how lovely they sit on the wrist. Aren't they amazing? I was just saying, Kim, one for him, one for her. I'm gonna buy this if stock permitting. How have we got? I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna make one for my other half and one for me.
That's a really nice idea. And like you say, you can mix and match it.
Mix and match it. Layer them up if you want to. And again, you've got something to be added to your stash then, haven't you? Gift them at Christmas. I know my niece would love this as well. And then my mum would love wearing it. £7.95. You're not just getting the one strand though, you are getting all 3. There are so many of you there. I can't physically call every one of your names out. But do check out as soon as you can. Oh, how you tempt us. Naughty. JM, bad. I love that. Yes, we are absolute, what's the word? We are temptresses. Aren't we, Jan?
I haven't called that for a while.
Jan, you're a temptress.
Do you reckon?
Kimbo?
Kimbo is.
You're an absolute temptress. It's a very saucy word, isn't it? Quite saucy. Temptress. Okay, moving on. Box number 4. Oh, I just hurt my arm then. Sorry, did I just bang my mic as well?
Oh, I didn't see those. Can I come and have a look?
Come and have a little look, because I know you're only going to be disappointed.
Oh,
Is your hubby watching right now?
No, I don't think he is. He's not in.
Is any of your friends watching right now? I'm going to just show you these.
Can I just...
Yeah. Aren't they perfect?
They're beautiful.
We only have 80. There's only 80 of these available.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
That's why I said, is your hubby home?
I'm going back now because I'm depressed. I'm going to go and have a bit of a...
They are absolutely exceptional, in not just in terms of their size, and they are some of the biggest pearls that we have. Our graphics say potato, which we're suggesting that they're not perfectly spherical. Lean on your own knowledge. Lean on your own skill. Ask yourself this question: is what I show you on the back of my hand, are they wonderfully spherical to you?
Yeah.
I'm nodding as well. I'm thinking, yes, Elle, they are. Have they got beautiful dimensions of a round pearl? To me, yes, they have. Are they exceptionally smooth? I mean, you can see, firstly, that they are natural because they have got what I always prefer to call characteristics of an organic gemstone. Comes from a living organism, so we're not perfect, are we? We've all got I don't know, freckles. We've got beauty spots. We might have blemishes. You know, that's part of us. That's part of what makes us unique. And I put something on my Facebook post yesterday because I was reading a post from a wonderful woman who's in the public eye, and she was referring to how basically she was being talked down by other women, and you know, she's got nothing but a positive statement. And I thought, what a real shame, because she is very supportive of healthy living and encouragement. She's a very encouraging lady, and she was talking about, you know what, don't hate me. What you might not like about me, I do like about myself, and vice versa. It's about embracing what you're made up of and your own individual characteristics, I see them as your own personality, I suppose. Don't think of them as flaws, don't think of them as imperfections, and it's exactly the same when it comes to your genuine gemstones. It's part of the beauty, it's part of the appeal. Loads of you are on the phone lines. I have only 80 of these available for you this morning. Lean on your own knowledge and pearl buying skills. If you've bought from us previously before, if you've been watching Jewellery Maker for any length of time, you'll know what to look for. You'll know it's the size, you'll know it's the shape, you'll know it's the nacre surface, and you'll know it's the orient. Those are the valuing factors. So similar to the 4 C's for your diamonds and your coloured gemstones. I mean, look at those around the neckline. This is it, isn't it?
They're perfect, aren't they?
But they will sell out. They will. 80 is not nearly enough.
I think pearls are really emotional. I don't know why, but I get quite emotional about pearls.
Are you getting emotional?
I am actually, yeah, because they're just so beautiful. They've got real emotion for me. Sentiment, yeah.
They have.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that as well, because I was getting quite emotional the other day, or yesterday when I was reading that. I was like, I don't like, why can we be so cruel to one another sometimes? And it's the same, I guess, instead of, we're very quick, and I'm guilty of this as well, don't get me wrong, of seeing the negatives instead of seeing the positive. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Seeing the negatives in something. So, okay, well, these are potato pearls, Ellen. They're not spherical pearls on your graphics. Actually, to me, that's the appeal, because it shows off that they are genuine.
Yeah.
It shows off that they are absolutely genuine, and they're beautifully large. Let's bring that price tag in for you, because we have only a double-figure quantity and so many of you there. We should be, by the way, guest designer Jem is with us. I can see that. Australia, Oxfordshire, London. Again, my graphics are a little bit to one side, so I can't quite see all of your names, but I can certainly see a stream of you coming through. Should be £34.95. Let's bring it to you at its lowest ever price. $29.95. I'm going to make a personal request. If somebody buys these, restrands them, knots them, puts them on a sterling silver finding, I'll buy it off you. I would buy it off you, 100%.
Yeah, they're just yeah, they're just beautiful. I can't say anything more than that because they're just...
If somebody bought this, if you're on the phone lines right now and you know how to knot your pearls, and you restranded that on sterling silver and then came to me and said, Eleanor, you said about this strand, you can get in touch with me via my Facebook page. I would buy them off you.
How beautiful would they look knotted? Just stunning. Knotted in between, yeah. Just amazing. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. They will sell out. Well done. Cheshire. I can't quite see where that is, but buying 3. If you're on the web, do make sure you check out as soon as you can. Guest designers also. There were 80 of these at the beginning of the auction, and it's been brought to you at its lowest ever price point, so well done. We've got 30 left, so 50 of them were allocated like that. And how many in baskets? About 20 of you have got it in your basket, so on that basis there's just 10 remaining, and I don't know about the telephone bidders, so well done, well done. Box number 5. If you're looking for... Oh, wow. Kimbo's doing it to me now, isn't she? She's just... You're going to get totally emotional again. These are a slightly smaller size, and again we've put on the graphics. Don't look at the graphics for a minute. I want you to use your knowledge, your skill. Lean on that. Never mind the graphics. In fact, are we allowed to take them out for a minute? Just for 1 minute. I want you to just think pearls, quality pearls, shape, size, smoothness of the nacre, which is a bit like our skin, and orient, which is how reflective they are. Look. Can I just say, Mum, if you're watching right now, please buy these. If my mother is watching right now, please buy these. Or my dad. If any of my loved ones are watching this right, please will you buy these for me? I'll give you the money. Oh, aren't they amazing? Well, these are the previous strands. The other strands is looking like it'll sell out. They're both exceptional quality, aren't they? They are, and you can I mean, like you say, just the shape of... I mean, when you look at those now on your neck, you know, you could go into any high-end boutique or any high-end jewellers and expect that quality at a really, really high price tag. I'm not just talking 3 figures. No. Right, realistically, Jan, what would you sell this strand? If I sort of restranded it and knotted it, for me, in the outlet that I sell at, they'd going to be 150. I need to find where this outlet is because that seems really affordable to me. And it is, and I mean I am quite sort of conservative with the prices. When you look at some other outlets and you look at high streets and you look at jewellers. I mean, if I was selling it to a jeweller, then it would probably be. And you're not just saying that price. You genuinely sell your pearls at those prices. Yeah, I mean, you know, I sell in a hotel. My regular outlet is through a hotel, and I sell. Regularly at that price between 120 and 150 is my sort of average price for the pearls that I sell, and I sell them sort of weekly for that sort of price, and I get commissions, and I've had 2 commissions this week, and both of them have been for pearls, because you know that's what people want. The people that I'm selling to at the moment, that's what they're looking for. Anybody, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I've told the story before, and forgive me if you've already heard it, but when I worked in the first jewellers that I worked at, which I started off, and it sold Cartier, it sold Versace jewellery, it sold Gucci jewellery, it's had their own brand as well, and it had some very, very high, well-known clientele, shall we say. And my biggest claim to fame is selling a pearl necklace to a very well-known celebrity, a British celebrity. Well, it wasn't just me, he's so well-known, it was actually me and my boss, we were working alongside. And I was wearing, and he was buying it for his wife, equally famous, and I was wearing it for him, just basically to see it. And it's a pearl necklace. I mean, yes, they had diamonds drilled into them. Yes, they did, and yeah, they were finished with 18-karat gold as a class. But that was no, in fact, it wasn't even 4 figures; it was 5 figures. Yeah. You know, and you go out there and you look at the quality of JM pearls, you know, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, never underestimate the quality of our pearls.
No.
Please, please, please don't. And I absolutely encourage you to, if you've never seen really high quality pearls, next time, if you do plan a trip down to London, take a little walk along Hatton Garden or Bond Street, and you'll see the price point that pearls go for. And then here's a good practice for you to actually bring your efforts. I forgot about that because I haven't even brought the price in yet. Here's a good practice for you to do. Take some of our pearls down to maybe Bond Street, to Hatton Garden, or to if you live nearby to Birmingham, take them into the jewellery quarter, take them to one of the most high-end jewellers that is in your locality, and make a direct comparisons. I'm certain if any jeweller that has, to be honest, they shouldn't ever argue with you making comparisons. Say, look, I've got some pearls and I want to see what the quality is. You could say that you inherited them, whatever. I don't know, tell a little white lie. They shouldn't be bothered by that in the slightest. And if they are, then they've probably got something to hide. They're probably not. They're synthetic pearls essentially that they're. I don't know, but. Please, please, please never underestimate the quality of the pearls that we bring you here at JM, or any gemstone for that matter. Now these are 9 by 10 millimetres. These should be £27.95. Jan, if you were sat at home right now, you wouldn't just be buying one of these.
No.
Because we've got 155. I want to know, if you buy this strand or the one previously, because both amazing, amazing quality, both incredible quality, if you buy it and sell it on, I'd love to hear what you sell it for. If you have it valued, I'd love to hear what they value it for.
And the thing is, I mean, you get that now at that price, and then you get the sterling silver, you know, you're good to go. And what you can sell that piece for then is going to pay for the sterling silver, it's going to pay for the pearls.
It is?
And then some.
Is it any surprise that people that were originally buying one are now buying two?
Not at all. It's no surprise at all.
I can't, we've got all over the world getting involved. Tyne and Wear, London, West Lothian, we've got Bristol, London, Northumberland's bought 3. Look at all the names. Ellen, you've bought 2. Manchester's just bought 2. Kirsty in Australia, hello to you. Zara, Surrey. I had 155. I'm not seeing Monmouthshire anywhere on the call screens right now, so that is a little bit of a concern. Mama B, if you're watching, please can you buy these? What other location, Kim, am I looking for? Halesowen. Are we seeing Mama H either? Right, hang on. Is your mum off work too, Kim? Come on, Kimbo's mum. Kim wants some pearls. And Claire wants pearls as well. And I do. And I can't see. Look how excited we all are. I hope you've got someone watching today.
I haven't today.
Can I put them up to the neckline again? Do I have to take these off?
Just, yeah.
You've made restranding, simple addition of sterling silver, findings, and you've made a piece of jewellery for literally, what, £20?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be pennies for the sterling silver findings in the beading thread. £20, very, 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 very high end. I can't wait till you get these home. And I'd love to hear your feedback as well. Had 150, call screen is absolutely jam-packed. We've got guest designers there as well. I can't keep up with all the names. Over a minute wait on the phone lines, by the way, but do bear with us because there is quantity there. There's about 60. There's about 60 left, so you should, fingers crossed, be successful. Don't abandon those calls. Please, please, please don't. Because if you do, I'm in the studios with you for another hour. If you don't check it out, I make no apologies for nipping it out your basket.
I'll be there.
And you will. Because all's fair in love and gemstones. That's what I say. Oh. Look at the gorgeous gold that you have here. Stick it to the pearls. Now, I hear you asking, Eleanor, what's the difference between a shell pearl, a cultured pearl and a freshwater pearl? Right, freshwater pearl and a cultured pearl, basically they are farmed. So they're the mollusk, which is either happy in the sea or in fresh water, whichever, has had a mother of pearl bead injected inside the mollusk, and then of course to protect itself against it, it smooths over the nacre surface consistently. How you actually get the round, the spherical look of a pearl is because it's rocking like with the waves of the ocean. So, what is a shell pearl? Do not think it's a synthetic, because it's not a synthetic gemstone. It is a pearl gemstone. However, it's just had a little bit of assistance. No problem with that. The majority of the world's gemstones have a little bit of assistance. So they take pearls, it's ground down into essentially what would be like a powder, and then it's reconstituted essentially. So it's made in that perfect round shape. So a shell pearl is everything that a pearl wants to be. I hope that makes it easy. For those of you that didn't know, it is still a genuine gemstone. A shell pearl is just, in the eyes of Mother Nature's pearls, how they long to look like. They're, if you like, the supermodels of the pearl worlds, if that's what you believe. If round is your thing, then look no further than a shell pearl. It also means it can be brought to you in some gorgeous colours. Is it me, or are you thinking yellow gold, rose gold, antique?
Definitely.
I love that rose goldy colour.
It's beautiful. I'd work with them all together. I think together they look beautiful.
They really do, don't they?
They're really elegant and decadent.
So you've got pinkish tones. Again, imagine this on the Christmas table. And, just because you're using them on the Christmas table, they're not going to get damaged.
Nope.
Well, they shouldn't do anyway. And just because you use them on the Christmas table doesn't mean you can't make jewellery out of them afterwards.
No, you can make lovely wine charms with them, couldn't you? Or you could just sort of dot them around the table, would look beautiful, and with some candles, the candlelight glowing on them.
Yes. Do you know what this reminds me of? Well, sort of like the Harvest Festival and things like that. Do you have harvest festivals? Here back in Wales, we used to have harvest festivals. It has got that sort of autumnal tones.
Yes, yeah, it has. That's just the colours, like you say, the tones together are beautiful. And the shell pearl is great. I mean, I love working with shell pearl. And some people, it's like Mark Smith. Mark Smith loves shell pearl because you've got that spherical shape, and it's that uniform shape throughout. Yeah. And so that suits different designs. Yeah. To maybe what your natural pearl would suit.
Absolutely.
So it's yeah. I think
never be frightened of shell pearls because they are essentially perfectly spherical. Yeah, funny you mention Mark. Yeah, he does actually prefer a shell pearl. Now these are, let me just tell you the colours, the sizes rather. You have one strand of 10mm, which is that sort of golden tone, and the others are actually 12mm. Let's bring in the price tag for this golden sunset bundle. Should be, would you buy perfectly round pearls at £15.85? Well, maybe if you're shopping with us here at Jewellery Maker, we've just established that. But you can get 3 strands for £11.95 because they are the your shell pearls. Wow. That's an amazing deal.
It is amazing. And they're so beautiful as well.
They really are. I've never seen that colour before.
No. Like you say, it's a real sort of rose goldy sort of colour to it, isn't it? Really warm and
it's like you can, if you held rose gold findings next to it, you can see how it would be, dramatically similar, wouldn't it? Absolutely adore. 0800 644 655. Do check out if you are with me on the web, because there's lots of you there loving the pearls. I mean, you could be separating these. I mean, it could be, okay, well that would be lovely for my grandmother, my mother, my auntie. Again, so they're all getting pearls, but something just a little bit different. We talk about sort of your Christmas bags. Like we do Christmas bags on the table. So just restrand it and some complementary findings with those that are looking amazing. amazing. Now it is time for your incredible creations. Please do keep those pictures coming in. Of course, you do get entered into a competition with the possibility of winning some JM monies to spend on your gorgeous gemstones or of course tools or kits. Now coming up is your wonderful creations, and then we will step into more amazing designs by the gorgeous Jam. Straight away, what strikes me is the amazing wire work that we've got here again.
Look at it. I mean, it's beautiful, aren't they?
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I was talking about those sort of rose goldy colours. You're going to love this first one, which is a wonderful suite by 228. And it comes from Trish in South Wales, my neck of the woods. Hello to you, Trish. This is a necklace set I made to go on holiday. I am so pleased with them, and so many comments that it was lovely. They are hematite beads wrapped in copper wire, all from JM. Even made a ring and my own earrings, all down to your lovely designers. Love the show and your lovely new studio. The only thing I don't like is you haven't got the wall with photos hanging on it. No, we do totally agree. We are working on that, I promise you. It's lovely seeing them. See what you can do to get it back, please. Love to all. Keep well. And that's Trish in South Wales. Yeah, Trish, we are working on it. It's progressive, but we're still evolving the studio to fit everything, so I promise you it's not something deliberate. And you're number 228, my darling, so good luck.
And this is 229. Look at this. An array of pendants. Excuse me. And this is from Lisa Cooper. And Lisa says, it's been a while since I last posted photos of my jewellery, but I've been trying to mount cabochons, and here are some of what I've done. Boy, it's tricky work. Well, they look beautiful, don't they? Hope you like what I've done. Everything used has come from JM. Good luck to everyone in the draw, and loving the new studio as well. All the best from Lisa. Lisa, they are beautiful.
Yeah, really lovely.
Gorgeous.
All different designs and all absolutely individual. That would really draw my interest straight away. That's going to be unique to you. Well done. Good luck as well. 230. Oh, look at this.
Oh, great photography.
Amazing photography and amazing jewellery. You've got really close up, which I love. It comes from Kerry Chapel Lewis in Cambridgeshire. Hi JM, this is my entry for this week. It's a macrame bracelet using fine silver zari thread and rainbow coated purple shell, speaking of, from JM, and glass beads from my stash. The fastening is an S-hook and a ribbon end, also from JM. I learned this macrame technique from Mark Smith while watching past JM tutorial demos on YouTube. I have also made bracelets in green and pink shell too. Good luck to everybody. And that's Kerry Chapel Lewis in Cambridgeshire. Lovely work, and yeah, an amazing photographer as well. So good luck to you. You're number 230.
Look at, I love this.
These.
This is 231, and this is from, and I'm sorry I can't pronounce.
Una?
Is it Una?
I think so, Una.
Una from Blaydon, and Una says, good morning, Jewellery Maker. My wall of fame this week is a herringbone weave bracelet with black spinel and a complimentary ring. Hope you like it, and good luck to everyone. That is beautiful. That's my kind of
amazing wire work with that ring.
Really, really neat as well.
Yeah, incredible.
Beautiful.
Good luck to you. Last but by no means least, I have 232, which, look at this. Teeming, two amazing mediums. And it comes from Rita in Orpington. Hello to everyone at JM. I made this necklace for my daughter's teacher in reception as a thank you present on her end of year. I used silver and black satin cord, silver plated wire, clear crackled quartz, hematite, white shell pearls, black onyx and silver flash copper chain. Thank you, Rita, amazing. And how lucky is your daughter's teacher to receive such a beautiful and generous gift. Good luck to you, my darling. You are number 232. Now we've got so much more to bring you in the last hour. We have got quite possibly the biggest sterling silver bundle that you have ever seen. 4 different finding packs. We've been teasing you with them throughout the course of the morning because they've been right under your nose, and they're coming up after this.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Come and join Tracy Spurgeon and explore ring making with silver clay. You will be guided through how to work with all the tools, material and equipment. Then Tracy will be giving you lots of inspiration on how to design your very own cocktail rings. You will learn all about ring sizing, creating bands, stone setting, polishing and finishing. The full course includes a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a chance to shop in our on-site store. For full details and available dates, contact our call centre or check out our website. Come and learn with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Welcome back, everyone. Nice to have your company this Friday morning. If you've just joined us, a very good morning to you. Where have you been? Where have you been snoozing? Have you been in your pit? Oh, there's nothing. No, there's nothing better than a good lie on in your pit, is there? Although that said, whenever I wake up, whenever I wake up, or I've had a lay in, I kind of think, what have I missed? Well, you've missed quite a lot, to be honest. You've missed 2 of the most amazing strands of pearls, missed your presenter's picks, which was those incredible emeralds and sapphires. You missed your early bird and your pyrite. Might be able to recap. One thing you haven't missed, though, is the biggest combination of sterling silver findings that I've ever seen. You have got essentially 4 different packs. So you've got your hearts, you've got your twisted details, you've got your simples. In fact, let me just show you all of the different chains. All the different chains that come in the sterling silver pack. So this isn't all you're getting, obviously. You're getting much, much, much more. But every single one is different to the other. I've never brought you a sterling silver findings pack bundle like this. So much so I don't even know how much is in there. Well, there's 4 chains, multiple lobster claws, multiple crimp beads, multiple toggle clasps, multiple shepherd's hooks, all differing, multiple head pins, featherweights, round head pins. You've got crimp beads, you've got bolt rings there. You've got twisted toggles, you've got plain toggles, so many different, oopsie, there's so many different variations. I love this one because it's actually the heart shape as well, and 4 different chains. Now, just because I'm going to preempt what is happening on, I haven't looked as of yet on our call screen, we have over 100, but precisely there's 115, did you say, Kim? Oh, sorry, 118. Precisely. That's how many we've got available. It's not nearly enough. It's going to sell out. Because in my eyes, certainly in my time here at JM, I've never brought you a bundle like it. The best opportunity for you to get your sterling silver at the most affordable and competitive price point and acquire the most. It's totaling 180 pieces. So 4 packs, there we go, 180 pieces of sterling silver. So that includes toggle clasps like this. Yeah. It includes head pins like this. It includes shepherd hooks like this. Oopsie, so much I can't even hold everything. I definitely can't hold everything. There's 180 pieces. It's going to go so far. Gosh, I can't hold everything because there's so much. There is literally so much. I mean, you've got 2 pairs of jewellery, loads in the shepherd hooks alone, and that's just 1 pair, or one of the finding packs, if you know what I mean. I'll try and lay it out. I am trying to show every single one, but there's over 180 pieces. If I tilt this tray up, the reality is they're all going to go tumbling down. So I'll do my very best, and that's why Claire has actually recorded and taken that picture of every single component. You know the quality of our findings pack, particularly our sterling silver finding packs. 40 of you have instantaneously put this in your basket. Check out, because there's only 118 packs, opportunities inclusive. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. I mean, this is probably asking a question which is nigh on impossible to answer. It would be like asking me, Eleanor, what is, work out an algebra equation or work out Pythagoras' theorem. It would just go completely over my head. But, and also it's how long's a piece of string. How many pieces of jewellery could you create with all of these findings?
Oh, well, I've made all the pieces I've got in the next kit, and I've used this pack, and I've got absolutely tons and tons left over.
Would you say you've even dented 1 pack?
I've got 1, 2, 3. I've used 5 pairs of the earring, the shepherd hooks.
Yeah.
I've used the chain.
Yeah.
But pretty much everything else I've still got.
It's gonna absolutely fly, this, and it already is. It already is. It totals 180 pieces. It is the biggest bundle that I've ever seen of sterling silver, and therefore the biggest bundle we can work off the smallest margin at £42.95. I mean, what's that working out at per piece? 23 pence. So hang on, this heart chain is 23p. If you put this, okay, I can do this. You don't even need a big one with that lobster claw, and maybe 1 gemstone charm. How much would you sell that for?
Oh gosh.
Well, hang on. Janet in Manchester is saying it's worth the price for the chain alone.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'd agree with that totally. But you've got all those extras, and some of the beautiful gemstones we've got. This kit next kit's stunning, and the beautiful pearls that we've had. For me, this, and I said before, I buy pearls and I buy the gemstones to go with the pearls, and this for me finishes off those designs. So these are essential mechanics as well as being additions to the design and the beauty of them.
100%.
Yeah, they're just. Yeah.
You know, the actual privilege of working with sterling silver, I mean, that in itself, as consumers, not look, whether people know, I guess it's easy for us to get complacent given the fact that you know your gemstones, you know, and we need to remind ourselves not everybody does. But when you say this is sterling silver, people go,
know.
okay, right, okay, that's quality, that's rare,
yeah,
that's luxurious. And similarly, if you do actually gift. How many do we have left, Kimbo? About 40 pairs, so we're down to the final, well, less than third of stock remaining. And if you're looking for some, I'm going to take my tea with me. If you're looking for some very high-end gemstones to go alongside it, then wait till you see this gorgeous, gorgeous kit. Oh, Martha, is that for me?
I'm a dream for you.
Woohoo! She's a sweetheart, isn't she? She knows how to press Elle's buttons. She knows how to put a big beaming smile on Elle's face. Now, we'll come to your jewellery because they're beautiful. I love this, the simplicity of it. Now there's pieces in here that I've never seen before. If you get that sterling silver findings pack with this, you have got very high-end opportunities.
Definitely. It creates some beautiful jewellery.
Beautiful, beautiful pieces. I'm going to start with the gemstones in this instance because I can't wait a moment longer. Look at the quality of your amethyst.
It's lush, isn't it? For me, it's one of those moments again.
Look at the quality. Rich, intensely saturated, incredible quality amethyst. Oh, undeniable. Then, oh my goodness, we have your incredible, gorgeous aquamarine. Look at the colours, look at the beautiful hue that you get from this wonderful gem. Then you have your black pearl. Now we launched black, was it with Zena the other day? I saw Zena with some black pearl.
I think so, yeah.
Amazing. I've not seen it, and I was watching the show thinking, oh, I'm really envious that I haven't brought black pearl as of yet. Well, for the first time, we are bringing it to you, so you have got that wonderful dynamic black colour and that beautiful shape. So I had to show you the gemstones without further ado. What else comes alongside? Now we have got bead-along cotton tassel cord, so you can create tassels, which I will show you in Jan's amazing creations, or use it as maybe a beading thread. Could you do that
you
also?
Use it as a beading thread, yeah.
I can see you've done that. And this is that black and white colour, and it comes from bead-along, so very established jewellery making and crafty brand. You've got natural silks, and this is in the black colour. Can you see that? Black colour, so that perfect for restranding the pearls. So if you wanted to just restrand and knot the pearls with your black silks, then you can do that. That's what silk tends to be used for, as pearls predominantly, and we'll be talking to Jan some more about that. Then we have got your sterling silver matrix pack, and I've not seen one of these in a kit as of yet. These are your spacers, but they're also being used in Jan's designs as features, essentially, aren't they?
I've used them mainly as connectors. Connect gemstones, yeah.
Absolutely, and they're sterling silver.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant
high end,
quality.
you can see how substantial they are. You can see how many you're getting here, and I will actually try and get the exact quantity, but there's at least 4 or 5 of every single one of those shapes. You've also got sterling silver findings, which include multiple lobster claws and also your head pins. So how many lobster claws are we getting there? 10 of your lobster claws and multiple of the head pins, but they're quite long, aren't they? Now, could be so much higher. Remember, you're getting an awful lot of sterling silver with this as well. 3 very high-end strands. First time ever that I'm bringing you your black pearls. Your silk thread, which I know is very expensive if you buy it from many retailers.
It is. I mean, you know, it's silk. So again, you're adding luxury to your design straight away.
Yeah, and again, actually saying, yes, this is actually silk threaded pearls. Something that people might not actually think about, but actually saying, no, it is silk, and that's what we tend to use.
So it's luxury throughout then,
It is luxury throughout, and it's got your sterling silver findings. They're all big positives. And good luck to every single one of you. A touch of glamour with Jan Dwyer, and I tell you, Jan, you've created some beautiful pieces.
Thank you.
They have got a real elegance to the faceting and the combination. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I just love working with this kit. For me, you know, there was pearls in there, beautiful gemstones, and the silk thread. The silk thread is beautiful to work with. It's so easy to knot, so I've knotted in between them and the gemstones. Yeah, it's just a brilliant kit.
And how much would you, I mean, I'm looking at this necklace here, which is your pearl and your clear quartz. How much would you actually sell this for?
I'd be looking about sort of the black pearls, so I'd be looking sort of around the 100 plus, 120 maybe.
I'd agree.
But you've got sterling silver, and I've added the sterling silver chain on there as well, so yeah, they're just beautiful.
And even the earrings that you've created with sterling silver and just using the beadle tassel thread, how much would you sell those for?
I'd be selling those for about £20.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I love these.
Really elegant, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to demo those.
Is that what you're demonstrating? I love them. Yeah. Big, long drop. Love the heart bracelet. I mean, you've actually done exactly what we were suggesting earlier on in the show, weren't we? Where you just take a lobster claw, make it a feature as a charm, maybe sell your charms individually if you want to, or gift your charms individually, and take them on and off.
And that's what I thought. I thought I'd put them on that chain to show that they clip on there easily. But for me, what I would do is I'd make an array of charms and sell them just as individual charms. Yeah. Because it's beautiful.
Everybody loves charms at the moment. They are very on trend. Very current. Now, if you were to buy every single one of these components individually, and I will recap that, it would cost £50 and 10 pence. So if you were to buy the silks, if you were to buy, and I will just move this out the way for 1 minute just so I can show you all of the gemstones, so bear with me. If you were to buy the silk, if you were to buy the beadle thread, if you were to buy your sterling silver spacers, if you were to buy your sterling silver lobster claws, 10 of, and also your head pins, it would cost you £50 and 10 pence. Not bad.
No.
Not given the fact that you look at the quality of your amethyst.
That's a great price when you consider how much sterling silver you've got as well. You've got those clasps and the head pins and the those jump rings, the shaped jump rings. That amazing.
There's so much here, isn't it? It's going to go a long way.
Yeah.
So on that basis, if you bought this kit and the 4 sterling silver packs just gone, you still haven't broken through 3 figures, and you've got so much.
Yep. It's going to go such a long way.
I don't know if you're going to be able to, if you'll need to buy sterling silver for any time soon, or it does depend obviously on how much jewellery you create, but I think that's going to keep you in sterling silver for a length of time.
It is, and it's great to have it in your stash, just to be able to do that, just to be able to sort of dip into your stash and know that you've got sterling silver, quality sterling silver there, findings ready for you to use when you're ready for them. Yeah.
Now we're just having a little bear with us on the price point. We will be bringing it in. Trust us, because it is going to be super affordable for everything that you're getting. We're going to go over to the demonstration. Just be poised and waiting to actually pounce on the phone lines, because believe me, when it does come on your screens, it's gonna fly. I know it's limited. We've got less than 100 available of these. So and again, for all of the sterling silver, on the basis of what you can get, it's very gem heavy, and it's very, very high end, and it's nowhere near the price that we are actually taking it to. So you're going to be demonstrating this wonderful cascade earring.
It's a really, really simple technique, but just really elegant earrings. I love them. I love them.
I do as well. So they're very understated, but whilst also being
understated elegance.
Yes,
is what I like to call it.
Yes. I like that.
We'll go with that.
I likes that.
Yeah.
Bear with us. We are going to go to your demonstration in one. Are we going to do that now? Okay, we'll do that now because we can't change the price as of yet. Our graphics are having a little moment. Do you know what they're doing? No. I should not be going that low.
Don't do it, that's a...
I should not be going that low. I tell you what we're going to have to do. We can't change it as of yet, so what we're going to do is put the price on the bottom of the screen. So our call centre will know this is the price tag for all of that sterling silver, £37.95. All of that sterling silver for black pearls.
Wow.
Amazing quality amethyst. And your clear quartz, sterling silver lobster claws, sterling silver head pins, sterling silver spacers, which there's multiple of in that one little tray, and also your beadle thread.
That's an amazing price.
£37.95.
An amazing price, that is. Absolutely amazing.
I mean, the amethyst alone I would have expected to be that sort of maybe pushing £20.
Yes, this is a kit that I would definitely be getting if I was at home. Because it's got everything in it, it's just ready to make your high-end piece of jewellery.
It is, and I suppose going back to what we were talking about earlier on, everyone knows pearls, but this is a unique angle of, oh, well, this is pearls, but these are black, so very rare to see a black pearls. If you've seen, you might have seen Tahitian or peacock pearls previously, but this is most definitely a black pearl, which I love. Oh, if you love your Pirates of the Caribbean, wasn't the boat named Black Pearl? Amethyst, of course, a birthstone gemstone. Pretty much everybody would know an amethyst. And similarly with your quartz. Quartz is recognised. Everyone recognises sterling silver. So $37.95. So ignore what's on your graphics. That's the price point that this is going to. So, okay, straight into your demonstration, my darling.
So what I've done is I've used a length of the chain as well from the sterling silver bundle that we had. Beautiful. So I've got a length of chain, and obviously the length depends on how long you want your earrings. So all I've done is I've opened the shepherd hook and put it into the centre. So if I hold that up, you'll see we've got equal lengths of chain on both sides.
Yep.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is take one of the head pins, and we're going to snip off the little silver ball there. Now keep all these. Now, we usually say use them in your polymer clay or resin or whatever, but even if not, just keep them because you can weigh your silver back in all your bits and pieces that you've got.
Absolutely, so you could sell it, couldn't you? If you save it up, every little piece does add up.
That's what I do.
Yeah, well,
keep it in a little bag.
I do as well. Yeah, little scrap bits that you pick up. It's precious. It's mined. You know, people actively go into the ground to source it, don't they? So yeah, do keep it. Don't throw it away.
And then take the head pin. And then put your round nose pliers in the centre of the head pin, as close to the centre as you can get, there. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold those over, there, so that they fold over and they make that wrap shape.
Lovely.
There, okay? And then at the end, what we're going to do is continue, we're going to make a loop on the end, following that same direction. So just take your round nose pliers, make a loop at that end.
There we go.
Turn it around. Do exactly the same on the other end. If you think that's going to be a bit shorter that side than that side, which I think it is, I'm just going to snip off just a tiny bit and then pop your round nose pliers in and make a quick loop on that side.
Your graphics have just, there we are, decided to say, okay, just needed a bit of encouragement. Okay, I'll go to $37.95, Kim. So there we go, it's on your screen for all of those gemstones and all of the sterling silver. Sorry to interrupt you, darling, but we had a eureka moment.
Yeah,
that's all.
Great. It's an amazing price.
Okay, so just bring this over. So you've created this, the bottom feature, haven't you?
Yeah. So now we've got that sort of shape, wing shape really, that we're going to drop the gemstones from.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got our earring finding and chain, and we've got our little section from the bottom. Now what we need is 3 wrapped gemstones to hang from the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly show how we do those. So I've got 2 of those.
So you see those kind of wrap loops on those chains as well, don't you, that we were selling, like the spinel earlier on? Was that a wrap loop?
Yes, that's the same thing.
Okay.
And to do that, all you need to do is pop in some round nose pliers and just make an angle with your head pin. Pop your pliers back in and bring that around, so you've got that sort of hook shape there, okay? And then pop the pliers back in at that point, and all we're going to do then is wrap the excess around. Now you might need to just straighten that up as you go, so just wrap that around, and there's your little wrap loop. Take your cutters and snip off. Sorry.
Again, keep hold of your sterling silver.
Keep hold of all the little bits that you've got there. So there is another wrapped loop there. So we've got our 3 wrap loops.
Yeah.
Now we go back to our little
wings.
Little wing section that we've made. And what we're going to do, we're going to open the one side so we can pop on the gemstone. But what we're looking to do is drop in the centre one in first, because we need to do the centre one first.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because they're wrap loops, we can't hook them on. So all you need to do is just open that little section there a little way, just so that it opens this section, and then drop on one of your wrapped loop gemstones and pop it around, and then see it falls into the middle.
Yeah.
So then just squeeze that back up, So now you've got your centre one in, and now you can go for the side one. But before you do that, add on one side of the chain. So pop on the chain. Oh, I had that then, didn't I? And again. Gosh. There we go.
You got it. Well done.
So one there, then the gemstone, and then you need to close that up. And just make sure that that's closed tightly. You don't want that to fall off. And then pop that around the other side. Open that one, and you're just opening these as you would open
like you would a jump ring.
like a jump ring
or a door.
Yeah, a door.
Yes.
That's it. And then you pop your other length of chain on there, your other wrap loop. Make sure your chain is caught within that loop, and close that up. Then, when you take that to the top,
Ta-da!
there's your earrings.
They're gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, and I know I would certainly wear those. And it's taken you what? Couple of minutes to make that one pair. Amazing. Congratulations to every single one of you. Your touch of glamour, and I'd say a touch of class, that kit. It really, really is.
Beautiful kit.
And similarly with your bundle previously. Now, maybe you're thinking, Eleanor, I'm not just after your sterling silver in silver coloured. I'm also after some of your rose gold. Well, we've got that covered also as well. I'm a big fan of rose gold.
Yeah.
I think because I'm quite fair-skinned, rose gold is really complementary, but it's also believed to, well, it does. It goes with all dark skin, fair skin, olive skin tones, and it's the copper presence within the precious metal which brings it that gorgeous blush. It has got almost like sort of rosy cheeks, a real femininity to it. Now, I'm about to bring you one of our rose gold sterling silver findings pack. Now, I'll try and hold this up as best I possibly can. It does include all the obvious. You've got that heart-shaped chain, which I love, which you used in your kit, Jan, as a charm bracelet. So I will hold that up for you so you can actually see all of your head pins. If I try my best to hold it up individually, all of those head pins. So solid sterling silver with your rose gold overlay. You get a beautiful toggle clasp. I love the toggle. I mean, look how lustrous this is. You see that? Very elegant. Jump rings, you've got your crimp covers, your crimp beads, you've got 2 pairs of your shepherd hooks, and of course your lobster claw. Let me just pick that chain up. So it's a good bracelet length, this, isn't it? At least.
Yeah, definitely. Beautiful chain, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, I would just attach it like so. It's the perfect length, 8 inches. You could easily add extenders to it as well. And the hearts themselves are 3mm wide. So they've got a wonderful shape to them, haven't they? Curvaceous, very curvaceous hearts. I mean, imagine that just across the wrist line. Don't really need any other additions, but of course you can. Solid sterling silver, so 925 sterling silver, and in total you are getting 45 pieces. I can remember the days when our sterling silver finding packs used to only have 17 pieces in. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
17 pieces, and I also know how much they sold for. So we're not meant to be able to bring them to you individually, in actual fact. Should be £15.95, but again, that used to be the price for 17 pieces, wasn't it? Or thereabouts.
That's a brilliant price, isn't it?
Yeah, for 45 pieces.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near what we're stopping at, though.
Right.
Don't get to bring you the sterling silver finding packs every single day. Certainly don't get to bring you the rose gold. This is working out at 28 pence. 28 pence per finding.
Crazy.
And I know we talk about findings all the time, and those of you that are new to Jewellery Making or new to the channel might be thinking, gosh, they don't half get excited about findings. And I can understand why you might think, why are they getting so exciting about an unfinished piece of jewellery? Because they're essential.
They are an essential. They're an essential mechanic, a way of holding your jewellery together. But when they're like this, they like we said before, they add to that design, don't they? They add so much beauty.
Yeah.
And they finish off a piece beautifully.
It's a bit like, and I don't know why I'm being all metaphorical, but I will. It's a bit like having your dream car and it not having an engine in. You need an engine, don't you, to have a car? It is.
Yeah.
essentially, because you can have the most beautiful gemstones, and you've got all the beading thread covered or whatever medium, or the wire covered. But if you haven't got the findings to actually finish it off,
you can't do it.
It's a car with no engine.
Yep.
Essentially.
It's not going to move.
And it's at £12.95. Loads of you there on the phone lines. I'll leave that with you because I have also got another findings pack. Now this is like, I don't know how or what we've done this morning to be so spoilt with findings, but I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining. This alone.
Oh no.
Do you know what I was going to pick up, didn't you?
I did. It's look at it. It's just
how gorgeous is this? You know what I'm going to show, Claire, don't you? How gorgeous is the S-clasp? It's like a swan.
It does look like a swan, doesn't it? It's so beautiful.
I would happily pay the price that we are taking this to for this alone. Happily. To the moon and back. Let me just show you. There's the stamp. You can see the stamp. And it simply slots off. Look how beautiful that is.
Gorgeous.
I had to pick up that one piece, that one component. You're not just getting that though. You're getting all of this. The chain, the head pins, the crimp beads, the crimp covers, the toggle, the S-clasp, your lobster claw, your bolt rings, your shepherd hooks. But for the price, for the price that we are taking this to, for the chain on its own, I would happily pay. For the S-clasp on its own, I would happily pay. 45 pieces, but can I just say they are some of the most substantial pieces. Should be, apparently, £15.95. What jeweller do you know that will actually bring you an S-clasp piece of jewellery, so gram content, like this, substantiality like this, for £15 and 95 pence? What, just for one, this one component?
Yeah.
How about we say that this is 28 pence? It doesn't quite register, does it? It doesn't quite register with me. But it should. If you're in a position to do so, now is the best time for you to get precious metal on precious metal at the most affordable price tag.
That's amazing.
I mean, you could have ticked your sterling silver quota for the entire year this morning.
Yeah.
Couldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, what I would do personally, that earring that I just demoed, I would make that in
gold as well,
in the different sort of coloured metals, with the different chain, and I would put them in my outlet and sort of put them all together. But they're all going to look completely different because you've got the different.
And what would you sell those earrings for?
Those, they've got to be sort of 30 plus.
I think so. £30 for a pair of sterling silver earrings.
It's got to be.
I think that's perfectly acceptable. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm in love with that S-clasp though.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Really in love.
There's so much silver in there.
It is. It's really substantial.
You'd need that at the front of a necklace, actually.
You could make a feature of it.
Yeah.
It's not a gold colour or a gold coating. This is gold plating on solid sterling silver. And if you've bought our sterling silver findings before, you know how the quality of them, don't you? There is an awful lot of quality. So many of you there. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. Now, I brought earlier on, is it this one? Ooh. I've got a little bit of a cheeky surprise.
Ooh, we like surprises.
Cheeky surprise coming your way. The lovely Amelia is bringing it to us. Oh, haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay, right, hang on a second. Behind the scenes, Tuesday, Martha and Kim and I were all talking about, I was buying those charms, wasn't I? And Martha, can you remember me saying, chains? Do you remember me saying that? Chains, I need a chain, I want to buy a chain.
Did you buy one?
I haven't yet. I will be. Because look at the finish on this.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, it's all ready to go. It's beautiful.
I don't know a single other jeweller on this entire planet, I don't, that will bring you sterling silver, 925 stamp, mini curb finish, which has got that wonderful lustre, beautifully reflective. I'll hold it up to the decollage because I would wear it as is. I was thinking about gifts, so I was going to just literally thread one of these through one of our charms.
Yep.
And put them on the table for the ladies who come up on Christmas Day. And I don't want it to be hugely expensive. I can't afford to sort of massively... they're getting presents. It's just a little extra. But I still want it to be nice. Yep. £7.95.
No.
£7.95. Sorry, I had to say it. I blurted it out before I'd even showed you. Yes, it comes with your bolt ring and your extender chain. This is what I was looking for. Martha literally stepped into the studio and I was like, Martha, Kim, were we not having that conversation? Somebody show me a sterling silver chain. Give me a code. Couldn't get hold of one, could I? Because they always sell out. Here it is. Stock permitting, that is, of course, £7.95.
Crazy. That is so beautiful. And I mean, we were talking about the pearls. One pearl on that would look beautiful. One of the charms that we've got on the bracelet, just hooked onto that, would look beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just...
I wear it as is. I wear sterling silver chains as they are sometimes. Yeah. Don't bother with any pendants or anything like that. And it's because sometimes I don't want... for example, you might wear a bigger carat weight or a big statement ring or a big statement earring, so I tone it down. There's always one which I've toned down ever so slightly. Not always, don't get me wrong. But if you're wearing something maybe big in the ear or maybe a big brooch, then I tone down the neckline. Yeah, exactly. £7.95 for solid sterling silver. So this is 46 centimetres, which actually works out to be about 18 inches, is that right? With your extender, so that has got that versatility to be shortened, obviously, and I would certainly be multi-buying right now. I'm going to hold this up to the neckline so you can see how substantial it is. I've brought auctions and I've sold chains for so many years, it doesn't bear thinking about. Honestly, I'm starting to feel a little bit old, but you know what? It doesn't. That's the reality. I'm probably one of the oldest members of staff here at JM, but that's okay. It is but a number, you know.
It is.
And look at what I've been lucky enough to bring you. But up until only the past, couple of months since... How long have I been back with you here at Jewellery Maker? It's not quite a month, is it? No, it's September, yeah. And up until that point, I don't think I'd ever brought a single sterling silver chain for £7.95. In fact, outside of this family-run jeweller, it would have been easily sort of your £20–30, wouldn't it? That's
what you'd
logical.
expect, yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Just because presents. Rather than a bunch of flowers, give sterling silver.
Yeah, why not?
Amazing.
Wow.
Now, got to move on. Do check out, though, make sure you do stay on those phone lines. We've got a brand new strand. This really excites me, hugely excites me. Now, I'm glad we've brought this to you because... during a sort of a training session with Hannah Oxbury last week in actual fact it was, she was talking about how gemstones and their inclusions. Unfortunately, many people think that an inclusion is a negative word in the gemstone world. It's not. In actual fact, it can be a massive plus point in terms of its valuing factor. Amber's a prime example of that. The more inclusions, the more valuable. The more inclusions in this gemstone, the more valuable. It is one of the most dramatic. It reminds me of sort of abstract art. You can see by your face again. You're pursing those lips. You did that then?
Look at it.
Oh,
Look at that.
I know. Okay, this is limited though. There's only 57 of these available. The more inclusions, the more obvious those inclusions are. With golden rutile, you want clarity, so you'll see that clarity. And you want those shards, angel hair or Cupid's arrows, whichever you refer to them as, to be very, very, very obvious. I mean, look at this one. I mean, that's very intense. Oh! But then you've got the angel hair, so the needle-like inclusions at the bottom. Can you see the big differences?
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Aren't they amazing? All the way around, very dramatic, and it's like abstract art. Every single one will be as unique as you and I. Every single one will be 110% natural. This is not Fisher filled. There hasn't been gold injected into the gemstone. This is Mother Nature's incredible fingerprint. My mum only bought one not so long ago, and she said it's one of the most interesting gemstones. If you love your Parabas, if you love, and bear with me on this, if you love your Paraba tourmalines, if you love your let me think, your andesine, gemstones which have got almost, they have got a copper bearing beauty, and you can almost see the copper presence. It's kind of like a flecks of gold, like it's got dustings of gold. You'll also adore your golden rutile. 245 carats, you've got and I'm holding on to gemstones here as well, more at the back. Some have got like a glistening, a sort of a glittering internal characteristics, totally and utterly natural. So if you want something that is dramatic, you want something that is totally and utterly different, then this is the one for you. Should be £32.95, absolutely. This is not a gemstone which is very readily available. It's exceedingly complex to facet, given the fact that you've got the rutilations and also the actual drops themselves, the quartz itself. Today, so instead of $32.95, is at $21.95. Basically, you've got two different harnesses within the gemstone. You've got two different refractive indexes within the gemstone. Our rutile quartz on our sister channel, golden, and also the black rutile quartz, we'd only actually welcomed to date twice. Wow. Because of the complexities of faceting.
Gosh.
So absolutely amazing, real rarity. That one is incredible, isn't it? And I love this one too. Just amazing. Do check out as soon as you can. And you do have your 30-day money-back guarantee. If you've never seen golden rutile quartz, get it home because it's going to grab your attention. Who's got theirs? Sharon, got mine, couldn't resist. Oh, I'm so glad for you, Sharon. I'm so glad. Do you work with golden rutile
very often? Not very often, to be honest.
Don't see it, do you?
No, so that'd be another one for the list, to be honest with you. Because that one, the larger one in the centre of a pearl necklace, would just look beautiful, wouldn't it?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Got to leave that with you. Congratulations to every one of you that got that. Is it this one?
Ooh. Oh, look at those.
Oh. You've got beautiful silver moonstone. Wow, this is fabulous. Ethereal beauty.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is your moonstone of the highest grade. Look at that adolescence. The tiny microscopic inclusions that produce that silvery sheen, an internal moonlight glow. Multicoloured moonstone, elongated faceted drops. They're amazing, aren't they? I love the fact that it's ticking all the boxes. You've got the silver moonstone, you've got your beautiful golden or peach tones, and then you have got those glistening whites. I've never seen a strand like it of moonstone.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
In fact, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen moonstone of these colours previously before.
Together like that, they just look stunning, don't they? And that elongated sort of drop as well is just beautiful.
Amazing. Just one of those on that sterling silver chain that we had earlier on. Just the white ones that are appealing to me. I think they need to be the earrings.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Can you imagine? And here in a studio where we've got an awful lot of light, moonstone is a gemstone which does migrate from the daytime to the nighttime, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you can wear a piece of jewellery in the daytime, but like you say, for an evening wear, gorgeous.
Yeah, it's going to really capture and play with the candlelight dinner. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. All of that beautiful adolescence. It's brand new. It's arrived in the studio just. Is this the one that I saw Martha literally nip into the studio along with Ametrine? Wow. I'm absolutely smoulderingly in love with this strand. They're crammed on there. They should be today at £27.95, and I will count them, don't worry, because there's an awful lot on here as well. We have 57 of these available, or rather I should say had, it was past tense. Let's bring that price tag onto your screen for you this morning, and good luck to each and every single one. I've never seen moonstone like it. I mean, look at those gorgeous golds, look at those wonderful whites. £20 only. Let me just give it a quick count, because they are both sides, you know, when they're sort of either or. You've got one side and then the other. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 37.
Wow, gosh.
37. 54 pence for one of the biggest and most substantial moonstone strands I've seen. But given the fact that they are so sizable in their carat weight, there are no sacrifices whatsoever being made on that adolescence, that performance, that beautiful phenomena.
That's stunning, aren't they?
Can you imagine this with the actual blue labradite earlier on?
Oh, wouldn't that look gorgeous?
Imagine the silver moonstone with your pearls earlier on.
Yeah. Oh. So I'd make a ring with those, sort of like this sort of setting,
yes,
so that I could look at it myself. Just beautiful.
You'd keep one of these?
Oh yeah.
I would too as well.
Definitely.
I'd be selfish.
I'd probably make a ring in each of the colours for myself.
Yeah.
And then do something with the rest of it.
Oh, the performance, you can see the quality. I mean, I'm literally, we're not having to, you know, articulate or move or navigate the gemstones to show off the adolescence. No, I'm just literally gravitating my hand, I suppose, ever so slightly, so that you can capture as much angles of the gemstones and the quality that you're seeing. That's just a handful of names, by the way. Over half the stock has already been allocated. We only had a limited quantity of these as well, such as the quality. Now, moving on, this is a real privilege, and those of you that have shopped with myself for any length of time here or on our sister channels will potentially know this. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are allocated gemstones to become specialists in. What does that mean? Now, not only we all have to learn the gemstones, obviously, but we have to keep our ear very close to the ground to establish sort of what's happening in the industry. Now, do you know, we used to actually say that this gemstone is formed because there was a difference in temperature during the oxidization process. Hopefully some of you know which gemstone I'm referring to. Yeah, it is, of course, your ametrine. Now, actually, that can't actually be factually proven. We don't know. We don't know if it was the difference in the heat temperature. We don't know if that was the case. We don't know if that geode, very large geode, because it is one whole entire mine, which, well, I say an entire mine, it's not an entire mine, but one location at the moment in Bolivia. We don't know if half of that geode was amethyst and half of it was actually citrine. So that's not actually factually true. We used to say it, we're guilty of saying it as well, but until scientists said, actually, there's no known proof that it is actually the oxidization process that has formed this. One thing we do know is currently it is available from Bolivia only. We also know it's totally and utterly natural. There are efforts to get hold to make ametrine possible in laboratories. Currently, though, we can bring you natural ametrine direct, well, not direct, from the Bolivia mine. It's no longer available in its rough formation. You have to buy ametrine, which is actually faceted, meaning that it's passing through pairs of hands. The price has dramatically increased. You know what I said earlier on in the show? That there are 3 gemstones that I would suggest you buy sooner rather than later. I mentioned tanzanite, I mentioned diopside, I mentioned Ethiopian opal. I totally and utterly forgot to mention your ametrine, because I haven't seen it in so long. So yeah, they would be my absolute top 4. This should be at £19.95. Could be so much higher, to be honest. I mean, the price, my boss, our CEO, actually says that he believes ametrine is destined for dizzier heights than tanzanite. His personal personal opinion, rather, and that is just merely a projection, but it's a pretty solid one in my eyes. Could be £19.95 because it is brand new today. Introductory deal for those of you that are watching. I don't think we've got many of these, have we, Kim? I knew it wouldn't be in triple figures. It's ametrine. Wow. That's like saying we've got... Do you know, can I put this into perspective? We have probably bought, and this is a guess, but I'd say it's fairly accurate. We have probably bought collectively across all the channels of the Genuine Gemstone Company as much ametrine, this is a prediction, as we have paraiba tourmaline. I'm suggesting that maybe as a company we've bought as much ametrine as we have, let's see, another astonishingly, alexandrite.
Right.
Alexandrite, one of the most valuable gemstones on the planet. I think that's probably true.
Yeah, because we just don't see it.
No?
No.
If you don't see it here at Jewellery Maker either?
No.
No.
And I mean, if you go onto the high street, I've never ever seen it on the high street.
No, I haven't either. Do you know it's the first gemstone I bought myself when I came to work here at Jewellery Maker? Hannah Oxbury will back me up on that. She was there, and I said, look, Hannah, I've heard of ametrine. I love it. I've seen it in publications. I never had the chance to buy it, so it was the first gemstone I chose because I couldn't believe it was available. Please make sure you keep this in at least one of them in your own personal collection. Please do, because we do believe it's one of those gemstones that is only going to do that. Well, it's already doing that. Currently one locational at £14 and 95 pence. Do check out though, because how many have we got left, Kim? Loads of you with it in the baskets, not nearly enough. Now, can I just say, Jan, thank you, oopsie, so much for joining me this morning. As always, it's a privilege and a delight. She's done lots of stamping, lots of tapping. Make sure we'll both be out there now doing our purchases, won't we? When are you back next?
Good question.
13th
morning.
Make sure you do stay tuned now, because you have got your education hour coming up next with the lovely Hannah.